And welcome back to AFL Nation. Now it's time to look at unmissable moments for Drinkwise. Choose to Drinkwise. You won't miss a moment if you Drinkwise. Got a couple of milestones tonight at Brent. Of course, Andrew Brown and Brent Staker with you for the Brisbane Lions and the Sydney Swans. Both teams out on the Gabba turf doing their warm-up. And, of course, well done, Tom Papley and George Hewitt, 100 games.
Yeah, look, been quality performers. Bit of conjecture with Papley. I think it was into the last season if he was going to stay at the Swans, but he stayed around and notches up the 100 games. So it's always good to get that under the belt. Father-son rule in the future and quality player.
Absolutely, and of course the Brisbane Lions are looking to see the appearance of, down the forward line, Joe Danaher, of course, in Lions colours. And what sort of reaction do you reckon he might get if he kicks his first goal?
Oh, it'll be huge. It'll be kind of bitter for all the Essendon supporters. We know that. Probably still very bitter that he did shift, but look, it's still mesmerising.
Well, he's looked pretty good so far in the warm-up matches that we've seen.
Yeah, look, I did go down and watch a local match where the Lions played at Intra Club at Morningside Footy Club in Brisbane here, and he matched up against Harris Andrews. So they've played against each other many times, and he played, I think he kicked 3 in the first quarter, Joey Danaher. It's just, look, I'm staggered that he still made the move. I just thought he'd stick it out in Melbourne and Essendon, but clearly just needed a mental change-up. And look, I believe he hasn't missed too much training up here. He's been out on the track the whole time. He's very high profile, but people up in Brisbane still don't know who he is. He can go to the cafe, he can go to the shops. No one has a clue who he is.
He does stand out.
They just go, who's that tall man? But they don't walk up for a signature or a photograph. So, look, maybe that's a bit of freedom he's missed in the big smoke and wanted up here, and he seems to have got it, and I believe he's happy.
Another unmissable moment, of course, for young Harry Sharp making his debut tonight for the Lions.
Very funny that I happened to be at the Gabba this day. The kid, Harry, rocked up with his family to do a bit of a tour, and it was basically his first induction day. Happened to walk over, and he's from Ballarat and knew a few people. Anyway, he walked off, but he come back about 10 minutes later and just said to say thanks for coming up and saying g'day, and we talked about school. I couldn't believe it, and sure enough, as we got on the big screen right here at the Gabba at the moment, he gets his the chance to make a debut in his tie. So it's very rare that you get a kid still at school in his school uniform, being told he's going to make his debut. Amazing. Another
product of Caulfield Grammar too in Melbourne. Of course, Chris Judd came from and of course a few other players coming through as well from that institution there in Melbourne.
Yeah, look, I've seen Juddy firsthand, so they must do something really well down there to groom these kids ready for professional football. And he's a young kid. Clearly he's going to make his debut. You just need to see him get the ball in the hand and run. That's what he's good at. There'll be some contests he'll have to put his body over it and his head over the footy, but as long as he gives a contest and competes, that's what all the Lions want to see.
And he did look very good the second half. The Lions got a very slow start in the official community match a couple of weeks ago, but then the Lions stormed home the second half, and he did get involved in a few plays there, so it would have done his confidence a world of good.
Totally. And look, these boys train really hard. I know the pre-season going into season 2021 has been a little bit different, so they've done their own program at the lead up to Christmas. They've come back after that. Everyone seems to be in ripping shape, and you can kind of see across the games that we've seen so far, the intensity's there, the excitement's definitely there. Back to round one where you got a crowd. Last year was so weird, but the excitement, I know that it's been a huge build-up given the circumstances that everyone's been through the last 12 months, but it's good to see crowds, people happy back at the footy as well.
And just on that, of course, big talking point about the crowd today at MCG for Melbourne and Fremantle. Of course, a lot of talk in Melbourne that perhaps the Essendon Hawthorn game should have been switched from Marvel to the MCG. Apparently about over 20,000 couldn't fit into Marvel, the Essendon Hawthorn game, which is underway, and we'll go around the grounds for Chemist Warehouse shortly. But, of course, I think they haven't given an official figure yet. Well, last I saw, after the match we completed for the Melbourne game. But for those who are wondering, there's absolutely no restrictions up here in Brisbane at the Gabba. It's open house. They try and fill the stadium. They are trying to get 30,000 here for tonight.
Yep. Well, it's funny that you say that. Well, I don't know how they organised Essendon Hawthorn to be played at. When was the last time they actually might have played there? Because generally all those games are at the MCG.
Of course, last year was COVID. They played at Adelaide Oval, of course, and Joe Danaher went berserk in the second half and ran all over.
True.
All over the Hawks.
But when you've got two Big Five clubs, surely they, automatic starter at the MCG. But maybe, Melbourne, traditional club as well, they draw the home crowd card. But, fascinating to see that they can get that wrong sometimes.
So let's go around the grounds for Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day. Repeating, if you're just joining us late, from the Adelaide Oval Adelaide have upset Geelong in the round one, 15-13, 101, and Geelong 13-13, 91. A brilliant first half by the Crows. I think they kicked 11 goals, and Tex Walker in form, kicked 5, Ned McHenry 2, James Rowe 2, and for the Cats, Hawkins, Isaac Smith kicked 2 late goals to keep the minute. Parfitt also 2 there. The big talking point, though, Patrick Dangerfield, a bump on Jake Kelly. More on that shortly. So that is for Chemist Warehouse around the grounds. Now, we've touched on the weather. The weather report for Fujitsu, Australia's favourite air. Looked a bit ominous earlier today, Brent, didn't it?
Well, look, all week in Brisbane it's been horrible. Friday it started to clear up a little bit, Thursday afternoon actually, but yeah, we sort of prepared for a bit of rain today, but it's the skies have cleared, 26 degrees, about 70% humidity, so the ball will get slippery and dewy. No sign of rain till about 1 a.m. tonight, so hopefully it stays that way and we get a nice clean game of footy.
Did have some rain throughout the week, but last couple of days has been reasonably fine. Got a storm overnight, but as Brent said, that rain hopefully has cleared away, and I saw a bit on the radar before, and hopefully that rain will stay away. So that is the weather report for Fujitsu, Australia's favourite air. Experience year-round comfort with Fujitsu, Australia's favourite air. And, of course, I wonder if this match had been held in Sydney, what would have happened, of course, with the deluge that Sydney has copped over the last few days.
Awful, that is. Yeah, I saw some people trying to get out of Sydney this morning, trying to come up here for the footy, actually. So they made the right call, and glad the game wasn't scheduled there. But, look, it's just, I guess, tonight's game, I mean, Brisbane, the thing for me, Andy, is how Brisbane apply that pressure early. I mean, they've been a team that's been on the up the last couple of years. They get to the prelim last year and sort of didn't bring their best A game when it came to Geelong in that prelim.
Dare I ask, what happened in that prelim? The team almost looked flat. They played into Geelong's hands, a very stop-start, allowed Geelong to recover and play their game rather than taking the game on like they did against Collingwood.
Totally. Yeah, look, Geelong played a different style last year. I didn't get to see their game today, so I don't know if it was the same, but they tend to defend on the outside, so Geelong will defend boundary side and try and force you inside, meaning take the risk. If you turn it over, we'll try and score against you. They tried to play that way on Brisbane, and it worked because Brisbane seemed to go in their shells and maybe a little bit rabbit in the headlights on that kind of defence by Geelong. So Brisbane in that game just kept playing slow and really went back to Brisbane of 2 or 3 years ago and just struggled to move the ball from half back. As soon as they get a couple of goals scored against them, they're playing catch-up footy and they just couldn't get a hold of Geelong in that game.
We can't discuss the Brisbane Lions, of course, with that terrible injury to Cam Rayner, a big loss. Who do you think's going to fill that void then in the midfield?
Well, it is a tricky one. I mean, next man up, I thought Matheson might have been the man, but looking at their list, I mean, who comes in? It's...
Can Starcevic spend a bit of time in the middle?
Possibly, yeah. I mean, clearly that could have been a Harry Sharp they bring in for speed because... You know, how they had him placed for the season, clearly he was going to be a midfielder go forward or a forward go into the midfield, just evolve his game into that position. But, yeah, it's a big stinger for the Lions. But, you know, it gives a chance to a guy like Harry Sharp. Perhaps, you know, you've still got Zorko going through, you've still got Lyons. Does Coleman try and go through there? Zach Bailey could be someone else that might try and go through the midfield. We know he's been a pretty potent and fast little forward. It'd be just interesting to see how they do try and... That's the grunt that he gave, actually. I felt like he was always one of those players that was ready to take it up to any other player. He'd give a bit of a jumper wriggle, but who's going to have that bit of hardness with him out the team?
So the captains, Dane Zorko, and who else is doing the toss there? Because Josh Kennedy's starting on the bench. It's Luke Parker doing the toss there with Dane Zorko, and there's going to kick to the city end, the main scoreboard, and the right-hand side of your radio dial here on AFL Nation. So both sides have completed their Ream warm-up. Ream steady, hot and strong. Brisbane Lions winning the toss, kicking to the main scoreboard and the city end. What are your final thoughts, Brent Staker, before the first bounce is taken?
I was just going to ask you, what's the tip? My tip, I'm going to go with Brisbane. It's in favour, obviously, the way we played today in the AFLW. I think that'll carry on into the men's. I think the men's will beat Sydney. I think they'll win convincingly. I think it'll be a tight tussle half-time, but I think Brisbane will kick away, and I believe we'll win by 30 points. Joe Danaher to kick 4 goals.
Well,
how's that?
Well, actually, the Sydney Swans have a very good record here at the Gabba. The fact the last one here 2 years ago, or 3 years ago now, round 10, and they've got 10 of those players that were in that Victoria Swans team tonight, playing for tonight. They played in that game 3 years ago when Sydney defeated Brisbane 67-49.
Yep.
Hayward kicked 2 goals. Ronke kicked a couple of goals. So did Isaac Heaney. Of course, Ronke's out with an injury at the moment. Well, that was the pre-game show for Beaumont Tiles, Australia's best. Choose Beaumont Tiles for 28% off floor tiles and for hard yakka. As players go to their respective positions, and it looks like we'll see big Tom Fullerton going down to the goal square for the Brisbane Lions.
Tommy Fullerton, Joey Danaher looks like he might start at that 30 metres out. Tall timber down there. Eric Hipwood with speed over 200 centimetres. Joe Danaher with speed over 200. And Tom Fullerton, not as quick but can jump. Very interesting forward line for the Lions. The Smalls got to get to the feet of those big guys.
So your opening bounce for Tyre Power, your premiership favourite for Toyo Tyres. Season 2021 underway for both the Brisbane Lions and the Sydney Swans, and unfortunately therefore umpire Nick Brown, it's not the way he wanted to start it. I'll put it this way, an awkward bounce.
He's hit the sprinkler.
And he will throw the ball up once again. It's Hickey up against Big Oscar. And from that opening bounce there for Toyo Tyres, players dive. Jared Berry's in there. So is Callum Mills. The ball has spilled out though. Still in the centre square. Here goes Hewitt, the 100 gamer. Little toe poke to the outer side, picked up by McCluggage. The class of McCluggage to Zach Bailey. Bailey from long range from outside 50. What a way to start for the Brisbane Lions.
Called it well, Andy. Very clean. And as you said, McCluggage clean. Took the advantage straight away. Gave the clean hands, and it's a shot on goal by Zach Bailey. Just took that space in front, shot from 50 on the run. Thank your mother for the rabbits, as Rex Hunt would like to say, and put it through the big sticks. That's first blood to the Lions. Outstanding play.
One straight kick. Swans yet to score. The first minute of play of the first term here on AFL Nation, thanks to Brighton's Homes, the scoreboard. Let life in and let the good times begin with Brighton Homes. What a start for the Brisbane Lions. And I'm tipping a big year for Hugh McCluggage. Look, it might even be an early Brownlow tip, but of course, got a certain number 9 for the Brisbane Lions. Might take a few votes off him, but it's right. A great start. And good for Bailey's confidence too.
Well, Bailey right on the 50-metre paint there, and just composed. Noticed the goal square was clean. Had the shot.
Expert commentary from Brent Staker. Car sales, everything you ought to know from our expert tonight. The ball now on the half-forward flank for the Brisbane Lions. Got the centre clearance. Mitch Robinson went up. Punched the ball away. Broadcast side. There's Bailey again. Another disposal. Goes in short. Right at the edge of 50. Hickey came in to try and relieve the pressure. Parker's handball was intercepted. Ball ends up with Lincoln McCarthy. Looking for Danaher, well marked by Rampy though, saw the ball over the boundary line, left forward pocket for Brisbane, 25 metres around from the goal, got the early advantage by 6 points.
That's the only thing for Sydney with these 3 talls there for Brisbane, how they set up. You can see Hipwood here likes to play behind. You've got Danaher doing the ruck inside 50. Hipwood sits behind. They do stretch the Sydney defence.
So Hickey and Danaher went up. Mills did well, got the ball out to Florent. Florent now on the interchange wing for Sydney. Ball punched away from a pack of players. Mills followed up though. Got the ball over to Parker. Now quickly intercepted though. Now there's Birchall. Completely misread there by Jack Payne. But the Lions can recover from centre half back. Now they can go forward. You can see the crowd get involved. And a couple of bounces and away they go. Poor kick by Starcevich. The ball rebound off Hickey though. Now a chance for Bailey again running inside 50. And Bailey's got 2 in 2 minutes. Well, he's running hot early, isn't he? Install the Ream, Australia's favourite. Zach Bailey with 2 goals in the first 3 minutes of the first term. Install the Ream, he's running hot.
Oh, jeez. Couldn't have scripted it, Andy. Could not have scripted that. Zach Bailey, he's opened up his 2021 campaign with the first 2 goals of the game. Outstanding. Bit unlucky there, Tom Hickey. The ball, it was an absolute mongrel kick from, I think it was Starcevich going forward. That was a dead set floater. Hickey didn't have much to do there. Hit his foot. Didn't know that it would bounce straight to Fullerton. Fullerton to Bailey, and Bailey goal on the run. He knew straight away when it left his foot that it was going through. Good to see. Up and about the young man.
No goals last season. Total 24 for his career.
Wow.
That surprised me.
At this rate, the best season goal kicking of his life.
Stats there for safety steal stats. Zach Bailey 2 goals in the first 3 minutes. Swans in a state of shell shock at the moment, and a big tap down. One of the umpires fell over. Don't know if it'll be a crucial moment or not, but we'll soon find out as the Lions can recover. Zorko to Mitch Robertson, a little chip kick, and he went to the left forward pocket. And Eric Hipwood was there, but the ball beats him as opponent over the boundary line. Another boundary throw to take place. 30 metres runs once again around from the Brisbane Lions goal to start off in magnificent fashion. Don't think Sydney Swans have gotten into their inside 50 as yet.
No, I think it was just a mongrel kick that went inside 50, but cut off by Starcevic.
On the boundary, throw in. Fullerton did the ruck up against Hickey. Players are wrapped up in a tackle, no one getting clear. Rowbottom there on his opponent there in Bailey. Umpire Nick Brown will throw the ball up. Quick one too. He got rid of his opponent. Legal said the umpire. Quick kick away from defensive 50. Again on the interchange side. Harris Andrews, the chief, punched the ball away for Brisbane. Rowbottom went to ground. Now a chance for the Swans to rebound. Here comes Lloyd, the danger man for Sydney. Can he find opening up there? He's looking for Papley. He's up against opposition there, Starcevic. Lions had the numbers. Starcevic, well done. Got the handball away. Ball is up with McCluggage. Outside defensive 50. He finds Birchall, settle things down. And Birchall likes to go short now. McCluggage took the mark. Back on there to Payne. Payne a long kick inside 50, boundary side. Oh, Danaher got rid of Rampy. Snaps off from Danaher. Is this the moment? It is Danaher's first goal for Brisbane Lions. Comes at the 5-minute mark of the opening term. And that could be a crucial moment for New Farm. Australian through and through. Danaher gets his first. He's mobbed by his teammates. And the Lions go to 3 straight 18. Swans still yet to trouble the scorers. That scoreboard thanks to Brighton Holmes.
Oh, couldn't have scripted that one either. He got a good bounce, shifted his Swans opponent under the ball. Clear space in front. Now that kick, that kick, that was very, very awkward. That looked like an absolute wobbler. That swung right, then curled back left. The goal umpire had a fair bit to do. But what I liked it after that goal, he's grabbed the Brisbane Lions jumper straight away. Straight away, he's given it to the Lions fans. Said, how good's this? Well done. And Jack Payne as well, obviously had a chance then, could have gone short, but chose to go that long. He kicked that ball about 55, 60 metres and just went over everyone's head into space, allowing Danaher to use his body, shift his opponent under the footy.
Expert commentary from Brent Staker tonight. Car sales, everything you ought to know. Spot value with price indicators on car sales. As Lions again get the centre clearance. The ball now comes out to the half-forward flank. As Eric Hipwood riding his opponent there in Tom McCartan. As Caden Coleman, he tackles Luke Parker to the ground. Swans in trouble, trying to get something going off the half back line here. Who can start it? Lloyd. And he kicks the ball, handballs the ball there to his teammate there in Campbell. That's his first kick tonight in AFL football. Young Braden Campbell, debutant. He found another one there in Errol Goulden. They're combining well, the teammates. And there's the third one in a row. Well, there you go. There's a moment for you. The 3 rookies combining. The ball ends up with Logan McDonald, the Perth product. Now sends the ball deep into the left forward pocket for Sydney. 2 players almost collided there. In fact, they have. Heaney. And also slow to get up there is Sam Reid. And Heaney's hobbling. He's obviously got a knock to the leg. And Reid's also very slow to get up.
I think Reid may have hit just the point post there. And McDonald, look, he took his time. He did have a one-on-one inside 50. I think it could have been Heaney. Delayed a little bit, but at least they got inside 50.
And they are inside 50. A chance for the Swans to score. Harris Andrews, wild handball, didn't find anyone. Back to Parker. He's tackled there by Starcevic. Or Jared Lyons. The ball went as far as Zorko. Zorko by hand under Lockie Neal. They run the ball out of defence now. Ryan Lester. Lester goes short. Mark's taken by Charlie Cameron on the interchange wing, though, a long way from home. Harry Cunningham forced to stand on the mark, though. Of course, the new rule. Quick impression of the new rule so far, Brent?
Don't mind it. It forces teams to be honest. They've really got to concentrate. It could result in a lot of boo-boos throughout the year, that's for sure.
Lions trying to build up from the back line. Ends up with Rich in the centre. Little short kick on the half volley. Didn't go for Jared Lyons much hope. Zorko threads a handball. Lockie Neal's got 2 to beat. Coming out to meet him hard. Well done there by the Sydney Swans as now Parker dives in with some Callan Mills. The original there for one for Sydney. Lloyd's in there. Ball now at centre half forward. Quick kick away by Calamarchi to the top of the square. Hickey floating back. Minding Joe Danner on that occasion and sees the ball through for a minor score.
Lucky that carried then. That was a dangerous position for Hickey, one-on-one in the goal square with Danaher. I think Danaher might have just gone into the ruck. Oh, no, it doesn't look like that, sorry.
So, thanks to Brighton Holmes. Lions with a 19-point lead, 3-1-19. Swans still yet to score. Played 8.5 minutes. Good crowd in too. The opening round here at the Gabba. Home of the 2020 Grand Final, of course. As the ball, the Swans now deliver from outside their defensive 50 through Rampy. Hickey in the front position was interfered with. No, the umpire said that was okay. Picked up there by Hayden McLean. Gets his first touch tonight. He goes in short broadcast wing and finds young Logan McDonald. Got his second mark within the space of 3 minutes.
He seems to be a hit-up kind of player. We know he did that in the pre-season. That's a good kick.
So the other rookie there in Campbell, who spots up further up the field, Isaac Heaney, right on the edge of 50, but close to the boundary line, broadcast side. And the Swans looking for their first score for the night.
You called that well then, Andy. Yeah, it's a McDonald hit up again, so he just really, as you can see straight away, likes to come at the kicker. It's great. He found that lateral pass inside, I think it was to Campbell, another debutant, and then bang straight on the left boot to Heaney. So good passage of play there for the Swans, under a bit of pressure at the moment.
So Isaac Heaney with 112 career goals so far, leans back, and it's trying to thread its way back and just misses the left-hand side through for a minor score. First score of the night to the Swans. Comes at the 10-minute mark of the opening term. It's only a minor one, though. 3 straight goals in it. And the Lions had those 3 goals, thanks to Brighton Holmes. So Rich brings the ball in. And that short kick there to Lions. So it's the 1-2 there with Daniel Rich. Favours the interchange on Stanley Street side here at the Gabba. Oh, good effort there by Tom McCartan. Running, took a diving mark on the Gabba.
Huge mark. He couldn't drop that then, Tom McCartan. That's a tough mark to get. But if that ball had bounced or he fumbled it, Hipwood was on his feet. There was Lions players around him ready to pounce.
Spots up Wicks. He's got a bit of space. Had luxury to take a bounce as well. Now drives the Swans inside 50. But great work there by Ryan Lester. And certainly not much chance there for the Swans forwards. On that occasion, Errol Goulden. Bit of height advantage there for the Lions down the back at the moment there.
That's the thing, yeah. You want to try and keep Reid as deep as possible. Try and make him your target because he was caught on the other side on that occasion.
Big punch away by Hickey towards the interchange bench, but the ball stayed in play though. Hipwood picked up on the bounce. Wobbly old kick. Ball picked up by Rampy. As now the Swans trying to go out of the defensive zone. This time it's Parker. Parker's going to do a little chip kick, still on that outside wing. Now there's Warner. Warner now. Now there's a chance. McDonald. Can he line up for his first career goal? Logan McDonald, and he has. What a thrill there for the debutant, Logan McDonald. And the Swans teammates rushed to him as well. We've been seeing a couple of crucial moments in this first quarter for New Farm. Australia through and through. Joe Danaher, his first goal in Brisbane Lions colours. And at the end, the boom recruit for the Sydney Swans, Logan McDonald, gets his first.
It's raining goals. I love it. Look, it was good by the Swans and off half-back. They took their opportunity. It was a missed kick by Hipwood going forward. It caught out Danaher, and then the Swans are away. They got a lot of chain through the middle there. Parker, short, lowered the eyes, got the kick. And then from there, they got those 2 little handballs in the hands of McDonald, and then he has the shot. So Logan McDonald, we spoke about Bailey with his composure kicking from 50. And this guy's the same. So made the distance easy and drilled the goal. Sydney needed that to wrestle back a bit of this momentum and a bit of this hype here in round 1.
Lions 3-1-19. Swans back within 12 points, 1-1-7, thanks to Brighton Holmes. Let life in, and the good times begin with Brighton Holmes from the centre bounce. A clearance there by Rowbottom for Sydney. Sends the ball inside their 50. There's a chance for McLean. Good. Got around the handball. Well, the ball's now coughed up there by McDonald. Now another chance for Sydney. Oh, great tackle there by Mitch Robertson. Who else there on Oliver Florent?
Human wrecking ball.
And that will be tackle Toro. Tackle of the day, perhaps. Home ground advantage there. So Mitch Robertson after that tackle. Lions leading it by 12 points in the first term here at the Gabba. Ball spills down. Campbell, impressive so far. Clean with the hands. Got the ball over to Lloyd. Lloyd and the good mark taken by Wicks.
Good mark. That's a good mark.
Outside 50 though, Sam Wicks. A Sydney product. And has just got the 3 goals in his career. Playing just his 8th AFL match. No, lets to go short. He finds Rampy. Still inside the centre square. Swans trailing it by 12 points. They get the ball moving though. The target punched away there from Heaney. Ball will spill. Swans got some numbers there. Kennedy on the ground for the first time tonight. But the Lions have the numbers to get the ball away through Leicester. Right foot kick up towards the wing. No one home though for the Lions. McCartan's got time to settle. Or go short, turn the ball over, but Berry dropped the mark. What he should have taken. Rowbottom's there to pick up the crumbs for Sydney. He elects to go back there to Dawson. And now Sydney moved the ball forward, picked up by Blakey. Blakey on the left boot. Again, a misdirected kick going forward. Melbourne at the MCG, and Fremantle especially as well. Leicester was there to take the mark for the Brisbane Lions.
Well, he's had 2 intercept marks already, Ryan Leicester. That's what he can do. He's a safe set of hands back there. Harry Sharp's had his first kick coming out of defence, albeit just a quick rush kick, but got his hands on the footy early. Sydney there starting to pepper Brisbane, which is good inside 50 repeat entries. Just puts a bit of pressure back on the Lions.
Fullerton went up for the mark, couldn't take it though. As diving the ball there, Chad Warner. Proud wanted a free kick. The ball spills the Lions' way, or does it get a free kick now?
50? Ooh, he's unlucky.
Joe Danaher pleading for the 50. He said Rampy has... And Danaher, I just think he's been reported. Was a bit upset with the umpire there, Nick Brown.
I'm very confused here.
Need to see a replay here.
What's he reported for?
Reported. It might be for language. So we'll stand by there. So Joe Danaher, a goal and being reported, perhaps in the first 14 minutes of his new career here in Brisbane. In the meantime, Sydney Swans take the ball down the forward line. Mark's been taken by Sam Reid.
Yep, good contested mark, Sam Reid. Stayed focused, didn't worry about the play, what was going on up the field. It's a bit of a poor defence just then, those couple of moments for Brisbane. They had chance then to get numbers back because they knew the free kick was going Sydney's way and just unable to impact that contest. So Sam Reid here as he walks in for his shot, about 40 metres out.
So he comes in towards this small scoreboard end, east end of the ground. In fact, it might be just scraped through for a minor score there for Sam Reid. So thanks to Brighton Homes, the scoreboard. Lions 3-1-19, Sydney Swans 1-2-8 around the grounds for Chemist Warehouse. Hawthorn also 3-1-19, Essendon 2-4-16 there at quarter time at Marvel Stadium.
Far side.
Yep, the ball now delivered by Birchall, went out wide, tackled there, and it'll go against Rampy on that occasion.
Jack Bailey.
And Zach Bailey get the free kick. Half-back line, Stanley Street, interchange side there for the Brisbane Lions. Looking there for McCarthy. Rowbottom came over the top, but being held illegally, so McCarthy will get the free kick. Running very close to the space there was Hewitt. We saw a couple of those paid today.
Yep, you got McCluggage and Hipwood forward. Sydney have got a spare.
And straight off the bench, here comes Rich from outside 50. We know what he can do. This time next to short pass, Heaney went up. So was Reid. Ball in dispute now. About 30 metres in front of the Brisbane Lions goal. Well, Warner couldn't trap it. The ball comes out there. Harry Sharp, his first touch tonight. Close to the boundary line. The Ackermanis pocket. Sends the ball to the top of the square. Good defensive mark, though, by Sydney, by Reid. So marking at both ends of the ground. The big number 20 for Sydney takes the relieving mark right on the top of the goal square.
That's a huge mark right on top of the goal square there. They were peppering and threatening there, Brisbane, but Sam Reid clunks that one. Puts it out wide here, which is not bad. Heaney. Oh, Smith.
Yes, Leicester went to the spoil. And Heaney, very unconvincing in that fashion. So Leicester will take the free kick.
Sorry, it was Chad Warner.
Chad Warner.
Apologies.
Number one, up against the boundary line. Scoreboard, end of the ground. City into the ground for Brisbane. Goes towards the hot spot. No Crummers there. Rowbottom was there for Sydney.
Good
now
hands.
They break clear. A chance for Florida. He fumbled at the first attempt. Zorko was on his hammer. Got the ball clear though to Hewitt. Hewitt just a high up and under. Try marking that one. Hayden McLean. Harris Andrews came storming through, but only coughed it up again to Warner. Does a 1-2 with Rowbottom. Back to Warner. Warner, the lead is on. And McDonald again. Oh, no, couldn't quite take the mark. Ball spills to Mills. Another chance for Warner. Third possession, just as many 30 seconds there. Back to Mills. Mills got a player loose on the half-forward line, and the mark's been taken by guess who? The experienced Josh Kennedy.
Well, they thought their way through that. Josh Kennedy here was going to have a shot. Probably didn't think the ball was going to come back to him, but Sydney very smart, didn't blaze away. They could have quickly snapped towards goal, but they just found that extra link handball and some eyes looking forward and they spot up Josh Kennedy, which is really good to see. And that 50-50 ball in the middle of the ground, Harris Andrews almost marked it, but fumbled Sydney's way. Now they get a shot on goal.
14th season. Game number 259, but he's off target with the boot there. 45 out, 45-degree angle. Another minor score for Sydney. Couple of set shot opportunities wasted. 10-point lead to the Brisbane Lions. 3-1-19. Swans are 1-3-9 thanks to Brighton Homes. We played 18 minutes of the opening term.
Some of those safety steal stats. Ryan Lester sitting on 5 disposals, Rich on 5, and Zach Bailey on 4 disposals with 2 goals for the Brisbane Lions.
Safety steal stats there from expert commentator Brent Staker tonight here at the Gabba. Lions with a 10-point lead. Promising start. Swans trying to get their way back into the game. In the meantime, Keaton Coleman got the handball over to Joe Danaher. Sends the ball from outside wing. Now the ball bouncing loose inside forward 50 for Brisbane. No one home there except for Dawson for the Swans. Got the ball over the top there to Hewitt. Oh, tackled by Zorko. Could be in trouble. He's got the ball away in time to Harry Cunningham. And now the Swans can relieve the pressure. Ball spills out to Blakey and also starts a bit doing battle. Blakey with the height advantage there. He's got some pace too. Young Blakey. Kick the ball off the ground here. Broadcast side on the wing here. Kept the ball moving forward. Still hasn't picked the ball up. Now a soccer kick across looking for McLean. Couldn't find him. Fell in the arms of the Brisbane Lions. But Payne has copped it up. Now a chance here for the Swans again. And a wild kick there by, is it young Errol Goulding? Yes, it is. Has missed everything. Trying to join Logan McDonald. Get his goal on the board for the debutant.
Yep. Well, look, he almost got enough purchase on it. He did kick it, but just in the belly of the ball. But maybe they had numbers then, Sydney. They just went the wrong way. They could have maybe found another handball. All this is risky.
Out of bounds on the full. Rich took the free kick. Goes short to Harris Andrews. Left back pocket for Brisbane.
That was great play, though, as you say, there by... who was it running down the wing then?
Nick Blakey.
Nick Blakey had speed. Had Starcevic right on his hammer, but just forced the ball, made up 100 metres.
As on that occasion, Berry went up by himself, couldn't take the mark, and the ball, in fact, the umpires paid a free kick back for an infringement against big Oscar McInerney against Reid. So he goes short and finds Harry Sharp. It's his second disposal. But his kick, looking there for Tom Fullerton, intercepted by Dawson, which should have been. Lions, back to Sharp. Hard up against the boundary line in front of us here, broadcast side. Looking for Charlie Cameron. Going back to the fly of the ball, showing coverage there was Carolyn Mills. Wouldn't expect anything less.
That was huge courage, outstanding.
And the ball over the boundary line. And it might have an injury here to James Rowbottom.
It doesn't look good.
Yeah, Sudok's pain relief cream. Follow the directions for use. Thanks to Sudok's injury report there. So Rowbottom might have hyperextended his legs. Getting some treatment on the sidelines at the moment.
Yeah, just got his legs a bit tangled up, and it looks like one did hyperextend. Didn't look good.
So the ball now back on the broadcast wing. Lions by 10 points. 21 minutes played of the opening term. Umpire's about to blow the whistle for a ball up. He decided to call play on. Getting tackled high there was young Errol Goulding. And we'll pick up another disposal. Errol Goulding, boy from Eastern Suburbs in Sydney. Swans Academy product with Braden Campbell tonight. Great left foot. And he displayed it just then. Front and square was Josh Kennedy. Immediately tackled though by Sharp. Set to the ground. And the free kick will go.
Yep.
To the... the motor ball ends up there with Mitch Robinson.
Yeah, no, it was a quick kick forward. Mitch Robinson just first to move there in defence. That winger sliding back and intercept the mark. He now kicks it boundary side.
And Oscar McInerney in between two Swans. Hickey and Reid pulls down a great contested mark.
Go back, Oscar. Kick it long.
Just sort of centre wing. Now goes a little dish off handball to Lockie Neal. Hard up against the boundary line.
Jeez, the umpire got
only a couple of disposals. The boundary umpire was very close to Lockie Neal when he kicked that away. Cameron tackled there by Harry Cunningham. Illegally said the umpire. And Charlie will go back and take a free kick. He's outside 50 though.
Here we go.
Goes for Joe Danaher from outside 50. Let's fly with that left foot. The ball coming around. Does it come around enough? Or on the goal line. Great defensive work there by the Swans in Moderate Florent. And the ball touched right on the line for a second behind to Brisbane. 3-2-20. Sydney 1-3-9. 22 minutes played opening term. Scoreboard thanks to Brighton Homes.
Can be hard to defend there for Sydney. These two kingpins down there for the Brisbane Lions. We've got Hipwood and you've got Danaher, both ranging left footers. Kick the ball a country mile. So got to really be careful the way they roll there. Sydney just forgot that Danaher was going to wrap around and get that handball.
So Sydney bring the ball out of defence. Mark's been taken by Papley. Long way from home though. On the Stanley Street wing. Outer wing here at the Gabba. Mark's been taken by McLean. He's been good. He's presented himself a couple of times so far this first term. That was a contested mark by big Hayden McLean. And of course they need that armoury up forward with no Lance Franklin, as we know. Sydney Swans. And also Ronke out. There's the ball now. Brisbane. Papley intercept that handball from Rich. Ball ends up with Hickey. Looking back there for Rampy over the top. Heaney. He's got a chance. 25 out. Snapshot in front of the Swans cheer squad. I think he's put it through. He has.
That is an outstanding goal. Outstanding.
So Isaac Heaney picks up his first goal in season 2021 in the 23-minute mark, and the Swans pegged the margin back to 5 points. 2-3-15. Trail the Brisbane Lions. Got off to a hot start. 3-2-20. Thanks to Brighton Homes, the scoreboard.
That's that handball chain again. Sydney made something of nothing there up at the top of the 50. There's a bit of a scramble. The Swans somehow gather the footy. Papley does a little intercept, a quick little tap forward. Then it's another quick handball from Hickey to Papley. Papley another handball. Heaney into space. Outstanding. Pressure around them. Just that quick handball. Everyone talks about the Western Bulldogs, but that right there was, that handball chain 101. Outstanding for the Sydney Swans.
Boundary update thanks to Spitwater High Pressure Cleaners, and Rowbottom was on his feet before but now sits down, of course, getting treated for that leg injury. Spitwater High Pressure Cleaners, tools not toys, but Aussie tough. As Sydney get the centre clearance, ball down now back into the forward line again. With the Lions now up to defend. Hipwood came out with McCartan, overran the ball, picked up by Florent. Handball over there to Warner. He's also been good in the first quarter. A little chip kick was to no one. He's looking for Wicks, fell well short of him. And Harris Andrews came in. Little chip kick to Zorko to relieve the pressure for Brisbane. So Sydney have just adjusted, haven't they, to that brilliant start by the Brisbane Lions Stakes.
They've absorbed the pressure. They get another turnover here almost. They're almost forced it out on the far side. Brisbane go away.
Yeah, through McCluggage now. Along that interchange wing once again. Hipwood stands tall, being pressured there by young Brayden Campbell. The height advantage there, took a strong contested mark. Right in front of the coach too. That would make the coach pretty happy, wouldn't it?
Right in front of Fagan.
Chris
exactly.
Fagan loves to coach from the interchange bench. The ball goes out towards Danaher at the back. Oscar McInerney off the back of the pack. A shot 15 metres out to the wrong side of the post, and on the minor score for the Lions.
Just what you're saying though, Sydney, they've absorbed that pressure and they've got their handball game going. Clearly they're trying to pick their way through the Lions defence, and Lions have been really good the last couple of years. As the ball comes out radio side here and it gets fisted by Daniel Rich over the boundary line, but it's just the composure of Sydney this last few minutes. Brisbane going forward, trying to go fast at every occasion. Sydney still waiting for that hit-up lead. The thing that Brisbane can't get caught doing is just going long to their tall timber all the time. There will be short options to hit up, these small half forwards who are really good players. So just got to keep the eyes lowered if Brisbane are going forward.
Brent Staker, expert commentary tonight. Thanks to Car Sales, everything you ought to know. Spot value with price indicators on Car Sales as the ball was punched back out of bounds once again. So tick up to 26 minutes of the first term. One straight kick in it now for the Brisbane Lions. Got the first 3 goals of the game. Swans have bounced back though. Lions in front by 6 points. As on that occasion, Hickey driven to the ground by big Oscar McInerney.
Yeah,
and Hickey will get the free kick.
So this is where it gets late in the game. So Sydney here, do they like to play slow or are they going to try and pick it off? You can see him looking in board. He's still trying to find that short option. That's a good kick.
Does so. Finds 100 gamer there with George Hewitt. Of course, Papley also playing his 100th game tonight. So plenty to Sydney to play for tonight, the milestones. Did you get geared up for milestone games, did you, Brent?
Oh, I very much did. I love getting geared up for the Western Derbies. I love them. Fremantle versus West Coast. Oh.
Swans changed tack. They went from one side of the ground to the other through Rampy. And the mark taken there by Heaney. Now back to Florent. Florent now to the right full pocket. McDonald sets himself. Oh, taking the mark against Harris Andrews. That's no mean feat. You're up against an All-Australian defender. And Big Logan just drags it in. Oh, gee, promising signs here.
Well, it's the kicking of Sydney. You can see there off half back, Tom Hickey, yes, how he found that 45 kick. Like, that's a 30-metre pass inside of the corridor. Well, they could have almost got turned over, but then they find that other chain. Then they kick the ball forward, then advantage side, and he gets a chance to jump at the footy over Harris Andrews. Good mark.
Swans, debutants, standing up already. No wonder John Longmire's picked them tonight. So McDonald half against the boundary line. A set shot and just went to the near side, the right-hand side of the post. Another minor score there for Sydney. 2-4-16. John Longmire now on the interchange bench as well, coaching.
Yep. He's a good size. Sorry about that, Andy. Just saying he's a good size, Logan McDonald, as you say, 196, 86 kilos. And can I say, it was almost my size when I started. So he's got to thicken up. I mean, it's his first season. Put another 2 or 3 years on him. He'll end up being 95 kilos. As long as he can still jump and run like he is at the moment, that's the best thing he can do.
Thanks to Brighton Homes scoreboard. Lions by 5 points. 27 minutes played. Sydney had a free kick on the outer side, but the kick not effective going forward. Marked by Daniel Rich, who elects to go short. Finds a skipper there in Zorko, who won the toss. Lions kicking to the City end in this opening term. The ball now on the interchange wing. Picked off there by Rampy. Kicked the ball forward, but again, Daniel Rich standing in the right spot.
Yep. Eyes on the footy.
Lacking in height, but in the right position at the right time, and Rich takes the relieving mark as the Lions have slowed things down. Certainly in this quarter, Zach Bailey was running hot, kicked his first 2 goals of the match. For running hot, install Areem, Australia's favourite. Install Areem, Australia's favourite in hot water. But that is the quarter-time siren gone, and the Lions, after kicking the first 3 goals of the match, 3-3-21. Swans pegged them back with late goals to Isaac Heaney and Logan McDonald. Sydney Swans 2-4-16, 28 minutes and 10 seconds that opening term. And for the Lions, as I mentioned, Zach Bailey's got 2. Joe Danaher with his new club has also kicked that goal in there at the 5-minute mark. Around the grounds for Chemist Warehouse, great savings every day. And Essendon in front, halfway through the second term there at Marvel Stadium, 4-5-29 over Hawthorn, 3-20. So that was the opening term here at the Gabba, and it's the Brisbane Lions leading by 5 points here on AFL Nation.
That quarter on AFL Nation was for Tyre Power, your premiership favourite for Toyo tyres.
Want to win free coffee for an entire year? That's a lot of lattes. Just order a McCafe coffee on the My Macca's app for your chance to win. There are 25 winners every day. But hurry, limited time only. Ends 23/03/21. Visit mcdonalds.com.au/coffeecomp for full terms.
Australia's best fantasy footy game, KFC Supercoach AFL, is back. And there's 50 grand in cash up for grabs. That's 50,000 reasons to win. Of course, there is another way to look at it. There are also 50,000 reasons not to lose. So challenge your mates with dares if they lose, like catching the bus home in their undies or wearing their mum's nightie at work. Register today at supercoach.com.au. Conditions apply. ACT permit number TP21/00040.
If you're the guy whose job it is to order timber to the site, here's a fail-safe guide to not getting yourself fired. Step 1. Use Coldstream Timber. Step 2. See Step 1. When you use Coldstream Timber, you'll never run out of timber, because whatever you're building, Coldstream Timber and Hardware can organise same-day delivery of timber, framing, doors, decking, hardware, insulation, flooring and more. You'll never run out of timber with Coldstream Timber and Hardware. Maroondah Highway, Coldstream. Coldstreamtimber.com.au. Conditions apply.
Oh, a good mark to Wilson. He plays on at full pace and kicks a beauty to Thomas. Thomas gives off to Harris. Harris closes in on 50, but wait, he's tackled by Smith. Or is it Williams? Williams scrabbles for the ball, kicks it to a guy in blue, who kicks it to some other guy in blue. Now some tall bloke has the ball. He kicks it to an even taller bloke. Kick, handball, kick.
Don't miss the best bits. You won't miss a moment if you drink Wise. Proudly brought to you by Drinkwise.
Red Energy is giving away 2 million Qantas points. For a chance to win one of 4 weekly prizes of 250,000 Qantas points, simply switch your household energy to a Qantas Red Saver plan. The sooner you switch, the more chances you have to win. Plus, go in the final draw of 1 million Qantas points. Call 131806 or switch online today. Eligibility criteria and T&Cs apply. See redenergy.com.au/win for full details and Qantas Red Plan fact sheets. Competition ends 11:59pm, 28th of March 2021.
Want to win the ultimate 2021 Toyota AFL Grand Final VIP experience?
Thanks to Choices Flooring, you and a mate could be mixing it with the stars at some of the biggest events of the footy season. Experience all the hype of Grand Final week firsthand, then be at the big match itself.
The 2021 Toyota AFL Grand Final.
Prize includes all tickets, 6 nights accommodation and return flights. Visit iCanWin.com.au and you could win thanks to Choices Flooring.
AFL authorised GF promotion, GF AFL 21/10.
It's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it.
Are you living a life of grime and grime doesn't pay? Get rid of it fast with Spitwater, Australia's #1 pressure cleaners. Right now, the tax man is on your side too with the instant tax write-off. Instant clean, instant write-off. Get it? Be quick or you won't get it. Clean to the max and get the tax. Call 1-800-SPITWATER now.
Spitwater keeps them clean, that's what it does.
Hi, Mark Taylor here. Prepare now for year-round comfort with Fujitsu Air Conditioning. Fujitsu, Australia's most trusted air conditioning brand, has an extensive range of efficient air conditioning solutions to suit the cooling requirements of a single room or multiple rooms within your home. So to get the temperature you want when you want it, speak to your local Fujitsu dealer today. Fujitsu, Australia's favourite air.
Reader's Digest Catalyst Trusted Brand Survey 2020.
Want to win free coffee for an entire year? That's a lot of lattes. Just order a McCafe coffee on the My Macca's app for your chance to win. There are 25 winners every day. But hurry, limited time only. Ends 23/03/21. Visit mcdonalds.com.au/coffeecomp for full terms.
You're listening to AFL Nation for Beaumont Tiles. Choose Beaumont Tiles for 28% off floor tiles, Australia's best. AFL Nation highlights for McDonald's. Footy's back and I'm loving it. Never miss a single goal with McDelivery.
Here goes Hewitt, the 100 gamer. Little toe poke to the outer side, picked up by McCluggage. McCluggage to Zach Bailey. Bailey from long range, from outside 50. What a way to start for the Brisbane Lions. Poor kick by Starsmith. The ball rebound off Hickey though. Now a chance for Bailey again, running inside 50. And Bailey's got 2 in 2 minutes. Well, he's running hot early, isn't he? Paying a long kick inside 50, boundary side. Oh, Danaher got rid of Rampy. Snapped up from Danaher. Is this the moment? It is Danaher's first goal for Brisbane Lions. Comes at the 5-minute mark of the opening term. Marcus going to do a little chip kick still on that outside wing. Now there's Warner. Warner now. Now there's a chance. McDonald. Can he line up for his first career goal? Logan McDonald, and he has. What a thrill there for the debutant. Happily intercept that handball from Rich. Ball ends up with Hickey, looking back there for Rampy on the top. Heaney, he's got a chance, 25 out, snapshot in front of the Swans cheer squad. I think he's put it through. He has. So at quarter time, Brisbane Lions 3-3-21, Swans 2-4-16. Some of the safety steal stats before we get the second quarter underway. Here's Brent Staker.
Look, as we look at both teams here, it's pretty competitive at the moment. It's quite even. Contested possessions, 35 plays 38 in favour of Sydney. Uncontested possessions, 56 plays 66 in favour of Sydney as well. Just some of the plays there. Daniel Rich leading the way for Brisbane with 10 disposals, Hickey with 8, Leicester with 8 possessions, and Lloyd with 7 possessions. So as we get underway for the second term.
Safety steal stats and that opening bounce for Tyre Power. 3 votes during the massive Easter sale. And the Brisbane Lions kicking towards the eastern end, small scoreboard end in this second term. The Swans kicking towards the city end. And Parker now gets the ball away. And the mark has been taken out there by young Errol Goulden. He goes in short, and the mark's been taken by Callum Mills, now inside 50. Better start by Sydney. Of course, the Lions set things alight in the first couple of minutes of the first term with Zach Bailey kicking a couple of quick goals. Well, and now Sydney are kicking towards us at the city end, the same end that Brisbane started.
Yep.
And Mills can get the Swans, in fact, in front for the first time tonight. Set shot. Just inside 50. He makes no mistake, Callum Mills. Straight over the goal umpire's head, and all of a sudden, the Swans are in front by a point.
Well, it was good build-up by the Sydney Swans. They did get the clearance, and they did find, once again, that short hit-up. It was Daniel Rich who had a bit of slack on his opponent. It was a good little mark there, and then he lowered the eyes and did find Callum Mills inside 50. So, look, it's a pleasing build-up, smart play. They didn't blaze away. Find that open player inside 50, sees the player, hits it straight away, takes the mark. But to go back and kick from 40 metres under pressure as well, huge goal, given the context of this pressure game at the moment.
For Repco authorised service, second quarter scoreboard. Swans in front by a point, 3-4-22, Lions 3-3-21 in the first 90 seconds. For expert car service you can rely on, visit repcoservice.com.
And we keep seeing these youngsters have an impact. Errol Goulden had an impact, and he found that little hit-up mark, and then he found the player inside 50. So the debutant being composed across half forward.
Well, the last 10 times these teams have met, Swans have won 8, and 4 of those have been at the Gabba. They're not phased at the moment, especially those debutants, as they get the clearance once again, this time by Robon. Good to see him back on the field. The ball now out towards Florent now. Been marked by young Harry Sharp. Sharp got the better of Florent that occasion. Swung around, kicked the ball. He's going to find Keaton Coleman there on the broadcast swing. The youngster, number 18 there for the Brisbane Lions. Just playing in game number 6. To ease into season 2020. He found Zorko. Zorko went telling for Danaher, tapping of the arms by, on that occasion, Rampy. So he's obviously giving away their height. Rampy's going to try and do his best.
Very much so, yeah. He's got to try and get in there, obviously, without a free kick. But when Danaher presents so fast like that, it's hard to stop.
So Danaher just sends the ball 20 metres out in front of the Lions goal. Lloyd there to recover. Over to Heaney in the back line. Oh, good strong mark. That's Errol Goulden once again.
That's him.
Good strong mark there by the youngster. Went in short, he found Papley. sporting a what I call a modern hairstyle, shaved on the sides there. Perhaps not as dramatic as Fife today at the MCG for Fremantle, but in the meantime, Swans work the ball. Boundary side from Goulden once again to Hewitt, the 100 gamer. He goes in short, he finds Heaney. Outside 50, 10 metres into the boundary line, kicking towards the main scoreboard, City end in their second term. Swans with the first goal, the ball completely unmarked there is young Errol Goulden once again.
Yep. Look, he just found the space.
Lions looking around for each other on that occasion. So in the early stages of this second term, no doubt the debutant there from the Swans Academy, Errol Goulden, running hot. Installer Ream, Australia's favourite, running hot.
Yep. He just found that little hole, and like you say, he caught the Lions napping. There was no accountability. He's going to have a shot almost near our radio boxes here from about 40 metres out, and the way he's going.
Right side for a left footer, two. I think he's threaded it through. So in the space of 2 quarters, Logan McDonald's got his first goal in his first game, and now following up in the second term at the 4-minute mark, so is Errol Goulden. First career goal, and the Swans extend the lead now to 7 points, 4-4-28. Brisbane 3-3-21. 4 minutes played second term, thanks to Repco authorised service.
And Andy, I'm not sure if James Rowbottom has been ruled out, but I noticed number 45 running around for the Sydney Swans, Sam Wicks.
Yes, he was. Yeah, their sub is Will Hayward.
Sub has come in.
No, the sub was Will Hayward.
Oh,
sorry about that. Yeah, sorry. Wicks started on the interchange bench.
There you go.
There's the ball back in the centre. Yeah, so in that first term, Rowbottom appeared to go with the leg injury, but he has recovered.
He's still out there. Okay.
Yeah, thanks to Sudox Pain Relief Cream. Follow the directions for use.
I was trying to follow him around the field, couldn't find him.
He has recovered from that injury.
It's all good.
And Harry Sharp marking him. So after kicking the first 3 goals of the game, the Brisbane Lions, the Swans have answered back. 2 in the first term, late, and now 2 early goals in the second term. They had the lead at the 5-minute mark. But a free kick out of the centre went to the Brisbane Lions. Oscar McInerney down to earth the fly. A chance now for Hipwood. Went around a tackle, got the handball away. Here comes Sharp with the blue boots. Tackled to the ground by Harry Cunningham though. Left forward pocket for Brisbane. Close to the boundary line. Players dive on top of it. How the umpires see it. Crosses the arms and will throw the ball up. Umpire Lee Fisher.
I love that kick in by McInerney there. Just get it in deep. He kicked it about 60 metres into the danger zone.
So ball thrown up. And no one can get it clear. Parker was in there. And now the Swans can retrieve. And reprieve. And McLean, another contested mark against Harris Andrews. So he's had Logan McDonald and also Hayden McLean working the All-Australian defender over.
Solid mark. He just held front position then, Hayden McLean. And just, you know, when you've got a big body like Harris Andrews, watch the ball. Don't be put off by what's behind you. Harris Andrews always likes to fly at it. Get him in a one-on-one, you give yourself a chance. So hold that front position.
Swans growing in confidence. 6-minute mark, second term, led it by 7 points. Here at the Gabba in front of a good crowd. And they move the ball from one side to the other. It's up with Rampy. He goes short. Mark's been taken by Blakey. Just short of centre wing. Interchange side here at the Gabba. Oh, the big fly. Unsuccessful there from Heaney. Down to Calamarchi. And the high fly there. Not going to bring it down. Blakey kept his feet though. Kicks the ball away. Down to the half-forward flank there for Sydney. As Papley had 2 to beat. And he's jumped the fence. He's jumped the fence of the crowd.
He's hurdled it.
He certainly knows how to attract attention, Tom Papley. Not with just the haircut as well. Did he have to jump into the crowd here? He's momentum carried him over. He's done a high jump. It's a Frosby flop.
It's completely cleared the fence. He had to. Smart play at the end. Nobody got hurt, which is good.
It's bringing new meaning to the boundary update there. Spitwater high-pressure cleaners. Tom Papley cleared it in the meantime. Lions without trial. Need to get something going. Their momentum is stopped by Sydney. Ball on the outer wing once again. Dawson for Sydney. Kicks the ball high up and under, or charging through was Sam Reid. Got the better of McInerney on that occasion. Haven't caught much of Lockie Neal so far.
No.
Got tackles, got handball there. Callum Marchi ran into trouble. This is suiting the Swans down to ground. Heaney's got some space. Just inside the centre square. The little kick over the top. A chance here for the Swans. No from McLean. Couldn't quite get it though. They still have a chance. Rowbottom shoved his opponent out of the way. Back to the youngster Golden's already got one tonight. Goes in short. And the mark's been taken by Isaac Heaney. Another diving mark here at the Gabba. And what composure from this youngster, Errol Goulden. Certainly putting his name up there for the MEGT Rookie of the Day. MEGT, your local apprenticeship experts, call 13MEGT today.
Well, he's composed with the ball in hand, isn't he? And he keeps finding targets. So if he can keep hitting targets like this, it is deadly, and it's causing problems for the Brisbane Lions. Someone needs to go to him and man him up. Speaking of Lachie Neale, for stats, safety steal stats, he's only had the 6 disposals, Lachie Neale. Probably needs to get on his bike.
Heaney, 45-degree angle, 35 metres out. He starts celebrating already. And the Swans, that's 5 unanswered goals, 3 in their second term. That's a 13-point lead, 5-4-34. Brisbane Lions 3-3-21, 8.5 minutes gone second term, thanks to Repco authorised service.
Well, they've kicked 2 goals, 2 important goals at the start of this second quarter from this pocket over here. And sometimes, you know, it's one of the most difficult pockets, I would think, at the Gabba, and they seem to be kicking them, seeing them like beach balls. This is the scoreboard pressure that Brisbane won't be used to, especially here at the Gabba, going off last season. So this is where it becomes a bit of a smart game from here on in from Sydney, just to control the ball through the middle of the ground, try and find those hit-up targets as we've seen, and then score when you can. For Brisbane, got to get the hands on the footy, got to try and get some kind of pressure going back the other way.
Around the grounds for Chemist Warehouse, Essendon have gone berserk in the second term at Marvel Stadium, 9-5-59. Hawthorn stuck on 3-2-20, approaching half-time there at Marvel. Well, Essendon in the second term after Hawthorn, I think, had an early lead there as well. From that centre bounce, they'll get the ball clear. The ball will be thrown up by umpire Lee Fisher, experienced field umpire, as we know, former St Kilda footballer. As Warner tackled without the ball, umpire said that was okay. As now Callum Mills picks the ball up. Got the ball out wide there to the teammate as they go forward now, Sydney. That was Florent, in fact. Ball just rebounds just as quickly out to Sharp. Ball intercepted by Warner to Rowe. Bottom goes short, finds Josh Kennedy.
Just clean. It's so clean.
Looking to play on. He's probably too far out, and it's leading up beautifully and again in plenty of space for Sydney. Guess who? Number 21, Errol Golden. What's his stats at the moment there for safety steal?
Errol Golden, he is going at 8 disposals. He's already kicked the goal. He's had the 5 marks, the 1 tackle, and potentially now it could be 9 disposals and 2 goals.
At the 10-minute mark of the second term, and they're just finding holes in Brisbane's defence at the moment. 40 metres out directly in front. Number 21, Errol Golden, and he celebrates straight away as well. He picks up his second. 6-4-40. 19-point lead to the Swans now over the Brisbane Lions, who held the same lead early on the first term. Lions are stuck on 3-3-21 for Repco authorised service at scoreboard. And no doubt number 21 is running hot for Ream. Installer Ream, Australia's favourite in hot water.
Well, and we've definitely found one, haven't we, here, the Sydney Swans coming through in their academy. It's great to see as you get that youth come through your system to be able to get out there and prove that you can do it. Harris Andrews is one for Brisbane. This kid here looks like he's one for Sydney going forward. One of the big stats, though, on the safety steal stats that we've just noticed here is that the uncontested possessions. Brisbane, 63 uncontested possessions. Sydney, 94 uncontested possessions. So they are just picking up and mopping up everything. There's no pressure around them. They're able to use the footy. And Brisbane really needs to get that going. And the other one, marks inside 50. They've had 9 marks inside 50. Brisbane haven't had 1 mark inside 50.
That's remarkable in half of football, particularly the way that Brisbane started. And Sydney get the clearance. Rich's kick is intercepted. Picked up by Warner. Eluded a couple of tackles too. He did well. Now on the lead, well intercepted by Mitch Robertson. He was trying to find the teammate there. Ball ends up with Wicks. Wicks now a flying snapshot for Sydney. And the Swans have got another one. No stopping the young Signet Swans at the moment. Now a 25-point lead. 7-4-46. Lions 3-3-21. Swans are running hot thanks to Installer Ream, Australia's favourite. And Sydney Swans have piled on 5 goals in this term in the first 12 minutes. Thanks to Repco authorised service.
That was my man, Wicks.
That was your man, Wicks. You knew he was going to come back and haunt you at some stage.
I knew it did. I got it all wrong. I apologise to Wicks. I apologise to Robot. I'm very sorry, boys. It's hard up here in the commentary trying to watch all these players. But he had to kick the goal then. Another clean possession. Smart with their hands, Sydney. They really are. And Wicks, like you see, has his moment to kick the goal, and he does. This is panic stations for Brisbane and how they're going to roll somebody back behind the play. As you can see right now, they're not allowed to start someone behind the play, but interesting to see if they start to roll a winger after this bounce to go back and stop the bleeding.
And the tap down, Joe Danaher in the ruck against Hickey, but Hickey won his own tap there. Sends the ball deep and long into attack, but the relieving mark there taken by Harris Andrews. And that's what they needed, the Brisbane Lions. Goes in short, little chip kick up forward towards Dane Zorko. Zorko looking out wide, he finds Berry, has been a little bit quiet. And his little short kick. And looking for the mark there was Lincoln McCarthy, will get paid a free kick anyway in front of the Swans interchange bench. Both coaches sitting on the interchange bench. That's the boundary update for Spitwater High Pressure Cleaners.
That's the first change for Brisbane. 3 possessions in this quarter.
Oh, Hipwood went up high. Couldn't take the ball. Ball punched over the back. Rampy. And immediately tackled there by Bailey. Ball kept in play, though, on that outer half forward flank. Oh, Brayton Campbell dumped over the boundary line there by Mitch Robertson. No arguments there. And he's laid a couple of strong tackles tonight. Mitch Robertson, thanks to Toro. Home ground advantage. One person who don't get tackled on, especially playing your debut, is by Mitch Robertson.
No, it's like hitting a brick wall. You want to avoid him at all costs. He's kamikaze. You won't see him coming. Even though he's getting on, he's still having an impact on the game, which is good for him, playing that wing role.
Boundary throw in for Brisbane. Handball Zorko to Archie. Smothered off the boot. Beautifully done there by Sydney. Picked up there by Wicks. Last goal. Zorko intercepted though. Oh, great tap from Coleman. Over there to Jared Lyons. Jared Lyons a snap from 30. Well played, Brisbane. They needed that one. Lyons gets on the board, but a great initiative there by young Caden Coleman. Tell us all about it, Brent Staker. Expert commentary tonight thanks to Car Sales. Everything you want to know.
I didn't see that coming at all. We always tell the players to grab the footy, but sometimes these players inside forward 50 are so crafty. Caden Coleman there just had that sixth sense that Jared Lyons was out the back. Bit of a turnover at half back for Sydney. Missed handball. Zorko quick hands. Goes forward. It's Coleman. Did he hear a voice? We don't know. But that sixth sense to tap the ball back over his head behind him. Worked wonders. Lands in the hands of Jared Lyons and a quick snap on goal. 30 metres. Great goal. Lyons needed that one.
And as did Jared Lyons as well. As picks up his first goal of the season. Of course, has been around. Still perplexed as to how Gold Coast let Jared Lyons go.
Oh, it's amazing.
But he's enjoying his time in the maroon blown goal, no doubt about that. As from that centre bounce.
Now they've got another ruckman, Tom Fulham, in the ruck. That's 3 different ruckmen they've had in there, Brisbane.
And the ball, Coleman involved again. Get the ball over to Berry. Berry, and the ball to the high chip kick. McClung has to run with the flop. The ball, it did so. Takes the mark on the left half forward flank. Brisbane kicking towards the eastern end. Small scoreboard end in their second term. Try to spot up Danaher. Well marked by Rampy, though. He's got a free kick for it, though. Being held. Joe Danaher will take a free kick. And try and put 2 in a row there for the Brisbane Lions.
Well, this is what's going to happen when you start to pepper a guy and kick the footy towards Joe Danaher. He's undermanned on a Rampy. I mean, he's got him for speed. But get those big long arms out there for Joe. There's going to be mistakes. There's going to be, desperation at some level. So, umpire, was he right? Not sure. Good contest, but the favour goes here. The kick goes to Joe Danaher.
So at the 16-minute mark, 45 out, looking for his second goal in Brisbane Lions colours. Spreads the hands, celebrates. His teammates come in rushing once again. And I'm sure those Essendon supporters are too well engrossed in their own game at the moment. We'll go around the ground shortly for Chemist Warehouse as Joe Danaher gets a bit of treatment. Of course, at one stage he was supposed to be going to the Sydney Swans. I'll skip the scoreboard first of all for Repco authorised service. Swans 7-4-46, but the Lions picked the last 2 to be 5-3-33. 13-point lead to Sydney at the 17-minute mark, second term.
Yeah, you make a good point. That's right. He could have been going to the Sydney Swans. Excuse me. We don't know what would have happened there, but he changed his tack, came to Brisbane, and started off his next chapter of his career quite well in Brisbane so far. Had an impact on this game. Clearly he's going to be a focal point for the remainder of this game. And just good to see him happy playing footy in front of the big sticks. And like you said, spreading the big wings after he kicked that goal.
And you know what else we're seeing? It's a crucial moment. The new farm Australian through and through. Plenty of scoring here at the Gabba. And it's going from end to end at the moment. 12 goals already between the two teams in this first half. The ball spills over the back, chase for Hipwood. He's got Charlie Cameron. Oh, he spilled what he had taken. Got around a tackle. Can he get around 2? No, he couldn't. Spilled it. Ball in dispute at the goal square for Brisbane. How's the umpire going to see this? A free kick to Sydney Swans.
Wow.
And Joe Danaher.
How good was that?
Also, we've got to mention, of course, he may have been reported in the first term for
abuse.
perhaps abusive language to an umpire. Wait, confirmation on that should come through after half time.
Not sure what that Sydney Swans player was doing there. He didn't take the ball, he just punched it back into Brisbane's forward 50.
So here come Sydney now out of that defensive zone. Warner leads in the race for it. Has got the ball back there. Ball ends up with Lloyd. Lloyd by hand through the centre. Over to Georgie Hewitt, the 100 gamer. Now to Wicks. Got a goal. Brilliant goal earlier this term. Now to Parker's by himself. And Luke Parker now sends the ball deep towards the forward pocket, left-hand side. The ball comes off hands.
Lost his boot, Parker.
Big Logan McDonald couldn't quite take the mark. He's been impressive so far, the youngster from WA. Ball be thrown in right next to the goals for the Sydney Swans. Left forward pocket, leader by 13 points. Thanks for Repco authorised service. Swans by 13 points, 18.5 minutes gone, second term. And from the boundary throw in, umpires picked a free kick here, holding away from the ball.
It was a push. I think it was Hayden McLean pushed the opposition ruckman out of the contest.
And the free kick will go to Payne here, is it? So Payne goes from one side of the ground to the other, favours the broadcast side. Clears the defensive 50. Mark taken by Harris Andrews. He's had his work cut out tonight. Now young Caden Coleman up against Oliver Florent. Florent did well. Had support there from Lloyd. Tucked the ball back. Ball ends up with Wicks. Not out of trouble yet there, Sydney. Close to the boundary line is Rampy. Got taken over. Oh, the ball went out of bounds. It has now definitely the second time. Dawson took it out. Lincoln McCarthy not happy. He says the Lions should have had a free kick. Pleading with the umpire. Not going to change it now. Chris Fagan.
Good couple of contests, wasn't it?
Chris Fagan up on the sidelines coaching there. Urging his team to get back into this game. Swans earlier this quarter kicked 5 in a row. As Bailey now picks the ball up from the crumbs. Tried a kick from the outside of the right boot, a little check side, but it went the wrong way. It's gone out of bounds in the full. At the small scoreboard end of the ground, the Brisbane kicking 2 in their second term. No addition to the score. Thanks to Repco authorised service. Sydney Swans 7-4-46, Lions 5-3-33.
Well, he had the right idea then, did he? But he just couldn't get enough purchase on it, and it curled out of bounds on the full. You'd just love to see Bailey then get at the top of the square, almost brings another goal.
Sydney bring the ball back towards the broadcast wing. McInerney punch the ball away to the man. To Bailey again. Runs inside 50. Can he get 3? Bailey. No, he's off target. Couldn't do the 3 in a row. Crowd not happy. Just quickly around the grounds for Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day. At half-time, Essendon 10-6-66. Hawthorn a 4-3-27. If you missed the result earlier on, Adelaide Crows, the upset over the Geelong Cats. Crows winning by 12 points over Geelong. And Patrick Dangerfield definitely will be looked at, closely reviewed by the match review panel for a bumper. Jake Kelly in the second quarter there at the Adelaide Oval earlier today. The Crows getting home by 12 points. In the meantime, City kicked the ball out of bounds in the full. Jared Berry sends the ball deep into attack for Brisbane. Seem to be setting the ship a bit here now. Can they mount another goal here? Hipwood. Plenty of red and white jumpers there. Dawson set the ball back. He's got Kenny there for support. Ball now pulled away. Well done by Rampy. It's a high up and kick, clear the defensive zone. But again, it drifts the ball over the boundary line out of bounds in the full. Free kick this time for Birchall. Wants to get things going. As we tick over 21 minutes, second quarter. Still a 13-point lead to Sydney.
Stuck in this pocket. We've had 4 out of bounds on the falls. Brisbane going inside 50. Still not sure. A lot of numbers back there at the moment. They're just going to kick it long.
No player in the Sydney Swans half of the ground. They're all gathered there in the forward 54 Brisbane. Mark attempt there by Parker. Couldn't quite hold it down. And they picked up and taken beautifully there by Coleman, is it? Coleman gets a goal, the youngster. Involved with the goal assist before. Now gets a snap 30 metres out directly in front and puts his first for the night. And all of a sudden, Brisbane now have got 3 goals in a row to pick the margin back to 7 points. 6-3-39. Sydney still in front, though. 7-4-46. 22 minutes played second term. Thanks to Repco authorised service. For expert car service you can rely on, visit repcoservice.com.
Well, this is the thing here, the momentum shift. Sydney there almost marked that footy, but Coleman very clean, very smooth at ground level. Picks the ball up, has that goal sent straight away, and then bang, straight on the right boot, kicks the goal. Sydney marked that footy. It's an intercept mark. They go back, but you can't fumble it like that. Enough pressure from Brisbane to get it to ground and let their smalls get to work. Funny, these momentum shifts as we talk about. Sydney there looked to all of a sudden had that 3, 4, 5 goal haul. Now Brisbane have kicked the last 3. Momentum's back their way.
Expert commentary from Brent Staker tonight. Thanks to car sales, everything you ought to know. Now the Lions get the clearance. That's better from Lachie Neale. Went looking up there for McCarthy. He's going to get the ball back, and now Lincoln McCarthy has a snap. 45 out. Oh, now the Lions are running hot. They've kicked 4 goals in a row themselves, the Brisbane Lions, the last 3 in 3 minutes. And now it's back to a 1-point game. Lions running hot, thanks to Installer Ream, Australia's favourite in hot water. Brisbane 7-3-45, Swans 7-4-46, 23 minutes gone, second term. Thanks to Repco authorised service, the scoreboard there. Well, what a seesaw in second term we've got, and perhaps going to red time, perhaps a bit of extra fitness, experience the Brisbane Lions starting to tell this part of the quarter, Brent.
Totally. Oh, look, when it gets into the last 2 or 3 minutes or 5 minutes of each quarter, you know, the quarters weren't as long last season, so players will definitely start to fatigue a bit quicker this season, or early days. But I love that there, the 2 best mates, Lachie Neale bursting through the middle, short lead, hit up to, I forgot his name. McCarthy, my God.
Okay, yeah.
Kicks to McCarthy, but McCarthy picks up the footy himself and then turns and snaps. We haven't seen McCarthy come to life too much in this half other than that, so there's plenty in the tank for him. He'll be sure to be in some big moments, that's for sure.
Of course, in his 42nd game for the Brisbane Lions.
And you would have seen his mark a few years ago against Geelong in the goal square.
Yeah.
He can leap, he can kick goals. He's an important player for that Brisbane forward line.
Well documented. Well, he's only missed a couple of games last couple of years after, through injury anyway, because that injury-prone time with Geelong. But now Sydney trying to repel the Brisbane Lions advances, and they're enjoying red time at the moment. Brisbane, Zorko to Lions and turn to Berry. Now sends the ball. Danaher by himself, completely unmarked as McCartan was taken away by Hipwood. And he's been penalised for it, for a block.
No. Shepherding off the ball.
Well, I'd like to see the replay there, because I thought initially Hipwood knew what he was doing, but he had eyes for the ball. According to the umpire, he shepherded McCartan away.
Didn't disguise it enough, it seems.
And Danaher was there by himself. Now they're going to take 2, though. Lions goes short. Oh, Charlie Cameron goes high against Harry Cunningham in the front position. Has pulled out a beauty right on the edge of 50. The crowd want 50. As Harry wanted to try and go on with it there with Charlie Cameron. But the number 23 will go back, have a set shot for goal.
This is proving to be a good matchup. Cunningham on Charlie Cameron, 2 speedsters. We know Cameron, he's elusive, he's quick. He's going to have this shot. He's going to be kicking from about 53 metres. I don't think it's his distance, so I think it'll land short. Let's see what he does here.
Yet to trouble the scorers. Now he leans back. The ball's not going to make the distance. Ball at the top of the square, and the mark's been pulled down by Oscar, the big O, Oscar McInerney in the goal square. Well, no, because the umpire's putting him on an angle. Must have been on the edge of the square. But he's only about 10 metres out. Top of the goal square, but put on a slight ankle there by the umpire. So, as we said, what a turnaround this quarter has been. First 5 goals of this quarter to Sydney, open up a 25-point lead. Now the Brisbane Lions have hauled them back in, and now a chance for the Lions to get their noses back in front through the big O, Oscar McInerney, and it made the goal umpire work, but in the end, it's through for another major. Oscar McInerney, he gets his first of the night. And Brisbane Lions say whatever the Swans can do, we can do as well. As I mentioned, the Swans the first 5 goals of this term. Lions now answer the back half of this quarter with 5 of their own. At the 26.5-minute mark, all of a sudden, another lead change. The Lions are 5 points in front. Yep. 8-3-51. Sydney 7-4-46, thanks to Repco authorised service.
Huge turnaround and huge mark there by the big O. I mean, there was 5 or 6 around that pack. He had eyes for the footy. He was engaged with his ruckman. He had Joe Danaher flying from the contest from behind, and he still managed to pluck that ball, go back and kick the goal. So, telling mark, the Lions needed it. Charlie Cameron's effort up along 50 was really good as well. So that momentum now well and truly back in Brisbane's favour. It's great to see. Good game of footy we got here.
And the ball back in the centre. Rowbottom, always limping a bit there, Rowbottom. Keep an eye on that one. Because he went off the leg injury in the first term. And... off the ball, Ryan Lester's going to get a free kick.
Yeah, I think it's Chad Warner. Getting a bit fired up. Pushed Lester behind the play. Then there was a cheeky little push again.
And now he's going off the blood rule.
Ooh.
So
It's not good.
Warner or Heaney involved there?
Oh, apologies. Could be Heaney.
Yeah, I think it's Isaac Heaney.
Heaney, Warner.
So Ryan Lester going off the with the blood rule there. Just a small injury, thanks to Sudoc's Pain Relief Cream. Follow the directions for use. And so Lester goes off to be treated there on the sidelines, there on the boundary, thanks to Spitwater High Pressure Cleaners. Now we're ready to resume play. 28 minutes gone, second term. Lions back in front by 5 points. Seesawing second quarter. Looking for Zorko. The ball punched away though by Errol Goulden, who has impressed in this match so far. The first half has got 2 goals on the board, the youngster.
Harris Andrews not happy with himself there, that kick. He's a big man, Harris Andrews. Just watching how he gets around the ground. He moves so well.
So the ball thrown in front of us. A very short boundary throw. It had Hickey and McInerney on their toes. Result in a free kick there to Luke Parker in the end.
A bit soft, you reckon?
Right underneath this broadcast side. And Parker takes the free kick, goes short. He finds Hickey. Of course, playing his first game in red and white colours after being with Gold Coast, St Kilda, West Coast, doing the rounds. East Coast to West Coast, back onto the East Coast. And his kick, though, didn't find a target. Found Richards. Richards had about 3 or 4 intercept marks in this first half too.
He has.
Thanks to safety steal stats there.
A couple of times he's been caught out on the hit-up lead, but, you know, he's important when he can intercept the ball like that and then use the footy, get on the run straight away.
As the Lions work from one side of the ball, Payne, who passed the ball there to Starcevic, gets the ball back from young Braden. Now sends the ball along. Interchange wing side. Kick off the ground there by McCartney. Went as far as Archie. And Archie high up towards Danaher. He's got Hickey showing courage. Went back the flight of the ball. Spoiled that mark attempt from Danaher. But he's tackled in turn by McInerney. And held after he got rid of it by McInerney. So Hickey will take the free kick. Very good big man's role tonight. Goes short, finds Callum Mills. In the left back pocket for Sydney. Delivers the ball. Broadcast swing, finds Lloyd. Was the Bob Skilton medal winner. Over the top by hand there to Warner.
We've got numbers forward,
and
Sydney.
Short here to Reid. Looking further down the field. Completely unmarked down the half-forward line is Hayden McLean once again. I'd like to know his safety seal stats for the marks he's taken tonight. And
what's happened here?
Well, the players played on, but the umpires now bringing McLean back. So that's an interesting one. As McLean had Blakey running past him.
Now to give the handball,
but he's going to find Sam Reid anyway. So McLean was just outside 50. Little 15-metre kick finds Sam Reid taking the mark just inside the 50-metre arc, but we forced to kick from just outside. Running past him is Papley. No, it's Zach Lloyd. Is Jake Lloyd.
Looking at McLean. He's had the 3 marks, McLean.
So Reid leans back. Not a bad kick. The ball coming around. I think it's got through. He has. Great set shot kick. A steadier for the Sydney Swans. And they might be in front by the main break. Albeit narrowly. 8-4-52. Brisbane Lions are 8-3-51. 31 minutes gone the second term. What a first half we've had. 16 goals in it. Thanks to Repco authorised service, the scoreboard. And it's the Swans by 1 point.
Well, it's accurate kicking, isn't it? Accurate kicking. They're taking their chances, both teams, when they get a shot in front of goal. They're going back, going through their routine. I mean, that's a big kick there from Reid outside 50, so that's a huge one. But it's pleasing to see when your eyes in. Both teams at the moment know how to score. Defence has been probably the issue. Teams are breaking through each opposition team's defence, and that's what happens when you get such good ball movement or some loose checking. And the thing that's improved so much, I think, in this game over the years is the skill. As you can see, the skills are just so important. Hit those small targets. As the ball goes back to the centre, we restart.
And the centre clearance comes from Jared Lyons for the Brisbane Lions. And another holding free kick going against the Brisbane Lions. Look at the free kick stats too at some stage, yes. Brent. The umpire's been pretty prominent so far in their second term, thanks to safety steal stats. As kick from Dawson favours the outer side, side, looking from Logan McDonald. Couldn't quite get it. Archie did, though. Get the ball in play as Hipwood wrestles with Rampy. Ball still inside. Now, young Harry Sharp is taken over the boundary line. Outside 50, about 60 metres around from the Lions' goal.
Just those free kicks. Brisbane, 11 free kicks. Sydney have had 8.
Thanks to safety seal stats there. 1 point lead to Sydney, closing in on half-time. 32 and a half minutes gone. The first quarter went 28 minutes and 10 seconds. Reflection of the amount of goals that scored. We've had, 11 of them in this second term.
Absolutely.
5 scored in the first. Of course, the last time I saw Sydney play up here was that, I'll put it mildly, interesting game against Richmond, where they only scored 3 goals last year here at the Gabba.
That was a toughie.
Different story tonight. New rules, new season. 2020 behind us. But the Brisbane Lions got a game on their hands against the young Swans tonight. And the Swans go forward again. Reid pushed in the back. And the umpire said, yep, you'll get another free kick to Sydney. No, the ball's coming back further, in fact. And Rowbottom. Still don't think he's 100% fit.
No,
It'll be a watch the second half.
He's got a bit of a limp. His incident didn't look good at all. That almost bad hyperextension. This is what they do well, though. They missed that one, but they
missed the target, allows Zorko in. Now Zorko's got Cameron running free. Over the top, the ball bounces for Danaher. He can get the ball to Charlie if he wants to. No, he's going to swing around. Have a shot himself. Joe Danaher. Wrong side of the post, minor score. Scores are level. For Repco authorised service, the scoreboard here at the Gabba, we have 52 points apiece. Come up to the 34-minute mark.
And that's the thing there with Joe Danaher. See how he stops, always goes to his left. It's a hard one to get a read on sometimes. Charlie Cameron won at the top of the square as well. He was pointing, went for the shot, he missed.
Lloyd now bring the ball back into play for Sydney, and both players had their hands on the occasion. Birchall and also might have been McDonald. It was. In the meantime, Callum Mills picks the ball up. Cross centre, change bent off. Starcevich goes up right in front of his coach, who takes a great grab at the second attempt. Good contested mark, but then coughs it up.
What's happened here?
Oh, no, the ball's got to come back again. Why is it so? As the famous Julius Miller once said, for those who can remember. I don't know why he's played on. And
perhaps it's to do with that man on the mark wasn't happy.
Or hasn't called stand or something. Interesting one. So the ball now picked up by Rowbottom. Defensive side of the wing. Mills looking for the boundary line. He found it. But no, he didn't find it. Brisbane kept it in. Another chance for Hipwood here. Punched away, though, by McCartney. The 2 number 30s doing battle there. Going to ground. There was Bailey. He's going to get the ball back. Missed by Rowbottom. Still a chance for Bailey. Rowbottom looking a bit tired there. And now a chance for Zorko. Slung off the ball. Umpire caught play on. Top of the goal square there for Brisbane. A chance for a late goal in the second term. No, it's all gone. Missed opportunity there. Zorko was slung off the ball. And players will break up for half-time. And, we're just as we started, Brent, where scores are level.
Unbelievable.
As we started this game. 8 goals for 52 apiece. That quarter going 35 minutes and 11 seconds. So, with thanks to Repco authorised service for expert car service you can rely on, visit repcoservice.com. The scoreboard reads 8 goals for 52 apiece. Goal kickers for Brisbane, 2 goals each to Zach Bailey, the first 2 goals of the game. Joe Danaher with his new club also has 2. Singles there to Lincoln McCarthy, Jared Lyons, Caden Coleman and Oscar McInerney. And for Sydney, 2 goals to the debutant, Errol Golden, also to Isaac Haney. Singles to Logan McDonald, also in his debut game, Callum Mills and Sam Wicks. So
high pressure.
It certainly was. And so the players now going off the field. Swans are off first. Brisbane Lions, now the umpires come off. So intriguing first half of the Gabba. Certainly the Sydney Swans lacking the experience. Brisbane Lions on the finals campaign have a game on their hands. Sydney certainly taking it up to the Brisbane Lions for this first half. But coming up after the break, of course, it's a half-time floor show for Choices Flooring. Here at the Gabba, we're level at half-time on AFL Nation.
That quarter on AFL Nation was for Repco authorised service. For expert car service you can rely on, visit repcoservice.com.
Australia's best fantasy footy game, KFC Supercoach AFL, is back. And there's 50 grand in cash up for grabs. That's 50,000 reasons to win. Of course, there is another way to look at it. There are also 50,000 reasons not to lose. So challenge your mates with dares if they lose, like catching the bus home in their undies or wearing their mum's nightie at work. Register today at supercoach.com.au. Conditions apply. ACT permit number TP21/0040.
Want to win the ultimate 2021 Toyota AFL Grand Final VIP experience?
Thanks to Choices Flooring, you and a mate could be mixing it with the stars at some of the biggest events of the footy season. Experience all the hype of Grand Final week firsthand, then be at the big match itself.
The 2021 Toyota AFL Grand Final.
Prize includes all tickets, 6 nights accommodation and return flights. Visit iCanWin.com.au and you could win thanks to Choices Flooring.
AFL authorised GF promotion. GF AFL 21/10.
It's a dirty job, but someone's gotta do it.
Are you living a life of grime and grime doesn't pay? Get rid of it fast with Spitwater, Australia's #1 pressure cleaners. Right now, the tax man is on your side too with the instant tax write-off. Instant clean, instant write-off. Get it? Be quick or you won't get it. Clean to the max and get the tax. Call 1-800-SPITWATER now.
Wanna keep them clean, that's what it does.
Mate, you finally going to build that man cave out the back?
Yeah, sure am. Just on the Robot Building Supplies website now.
What do they sell?
Everything I need to build the best man cave a bloke ever hid from his family in. Steel wall sheeting, corrie sheeting, purlins, steel, insulation, Rio mesh, bolts and screws. I can order it on the website and get it all delivered.
Save time and money with Robot. Notting Hill, Sunshine, Preston, Dramana, Pakenham, Coldstream and Darnham. Call 1300-GO-ROBOT or order at robotbuildingsupplies.com.au.
ROBOT, Robot Building Supplies.
Footy's back and I'm loving it. Never miss a single goal with McDelivery. Get all your Macca's favourites from Big Macs to the iconic French fries, all delivered to your door. Check the Macca's website for your delivery partner.
Safety Steel, time to get real.
Servicing all of Australia, Safety Steel is renowned for getting the job done no matter the size. Industrial, commercial, domestic and rural, Safety Steel helps local business move forward. Garages, carports, massive warehouses, barns, farm sheds, whatever your project or development, everything is designed with advanced engineering. Safety Steel, over 50 years and still going strong.
Safety Steel, time to get real.
SafetySteel.com.au.
At Underworks, we're experts in socks. We test our all-day socks so they stay up all day. Test Underworks all-day socks for yourself. We're number one down under for socks.
Let me describe your ultimate footy watching experience. A massive screen everywhere you look, surrounded by mates, a cold drink, and on a plate before you, it's the famous Bell's Palmer. Yep, your ultimate footy watching experience is at the Bell's Hotel. You won't miss a second of the action on the cinema screen upstairs, and you won't go hungry thanks to the Bell's Bar menu. Bell's Hotel, a lifestyle, entertainment, event, food and sports experience all in one precinct. It's better at Bell's.
G'day, Howie here. If you're a sports fanatic like me, then have a listen to my podcast, The Howie Games, where I sit down with the biggest names in sport, like Masters winner Adam Scott, NBA champion Luke Longley, and surfing gun Sally Fitzgibbons, to ask them how they started out, who supported them along the way, and how they've picked themselves up after their biggest losses. Search The Howie Games podcast. Download the new Listener app now and listen for free.
Listener.
You're listening to AFL Nation for Beaumont Tiles. Choose Beaumont Tiles for 28% off floor tiles, Australia's best. AFL Nation highlights for McDonald's. Footy's back and I'm loving it. Never miss a single goal with McDelivery.
Taken out there by young Errol Goulden. He goes in short and the mark's taken by Callum Mills now inside 50. Better start by Sydney. Set shot just inside 50. He makes no mistake, Callum Mills. Straight over the goal umpire's head and all of a sudden the Swans are in front by a point. Goulden once again to Hewitt, the 100 gamer. He goes in short. He finds Heaney outside 50. 10 metres into the boundary line. Completely unmarked there is young Errol Goulden once again. Right side for a left footer two. I think he's threaded it through. Back to the youngster Golden's already got one tonight. Goes in short. And the mark's being taken by Isaac Heaney. Another diving marker at the Gabba. And what composure from this youngster, Errol Goulden. Heaney, 45-degree angle, 35 metres out. He starts celebrating already. Ball then set by Warner to row. Bottom goes short, finds Josh Kennedy. Looking to play on. He's probably too far out, and it's leading up beautifully. And again, there's plenty of space for Sydney. Guess who? Number 21, Errol Golden. 40 metres out directly in front. Number 21, Errol Golden, and he celebrates straight away as well. He picks up his second. Well intercepted by Mitch Robertson. He was trying to find the teammate there. Ball ends up with Wicks. Wicks now a flying snapshot for Sydney, and the Swans have got another one. No stopping the young Signet Swans at the moment. Dorco intercepted though. Oh, great tap from Coleman over there to Jared Lyons. Jared Lyons a snap from 30. Well played, Brisbane. They needed that one. Tried to spot off Danaher. Well marked by Rampy though. He's got a free kick for it though. Being held. Joe Danaher will take a free kick. 45 out, looking for his second goal in Brisbane Lions colours. Spreads the hand, celebrates. His teammates come in rushing once again. Mark attempt there by Parker. Couldn't quite hold it down. And they picked up and taken beautifully there by Coleman, is it? Coleman gets a goal, the youngster, involved in the goal assist before. Now gets a snap 30 metres out directly in front and puts his first for the night. Now it's the halftime floor show for Choices Flooring.
The Choices Flooring halftime floor show. The Choices Flooring What's Your Lifestyle sale is on now.
Choices Flooring are giving away the ultimate VIP Grand Final experience. You and a mate could experience all the hype of Grand Final week firsthand, then be at the big match itself. That's right, the 2021 Toyota AFL Grand Final. Head to iCanWin.com.au to enter now. Choices Flooring bring you the halftime show here at the Gabba, and the halftime score for Mate, award-winning Aussie service mobile plans from $20, and it's 8 goals for 52 apiece. Scintillating second term there, 11 goals scored. Sydney scored the first 5 goals of the half, and then Brisbane bounced back with 10 goals there, 5 to Sydney and 5 to Brisbane, and it's 8 goals for apiece. 35 minutes went that second term, and 2 goals each for Joe Danaher and also Zach Bailey, and 2 each for Sydney for Isaac Heaney and the debutant Errol Goulden. Now the stats wrap for half-time for Safety Steel, over 50 years and still going strong.
As you go through just some of these players here, I mean, for the Sydney Swans, Lloyd sitting on 18 disposals, Mills on 16, Rowbottom on 15, Hickey on 13, and the Brisbane Lions, Daniel Rich, he's on 13. Jared Lyons 12, Zorko 12, and Andrews rounding out the top 4 with 11. Some of the team stats as well. Sydney Swans, they're going at 76% efficiency. Brisbane are going at 73. And just some of those things that we touched on there. The uncontested possessions. Sydney 122 uncontested possessions. Brisbane on 90. And this one, it still continues to grow in favour of Sydney. The stats inside 50. The marks inside 50. 11 to Sydney, 2 to only the Brisbane Lions. It's huge.
Yep, and that's the stats wrap for Safety Steel. Over 50 years and still going strong. Now, what we come up with the smartest play of the first half for Australian-made, Brent? Support Aussie-made products.
Yes, well, the smartest play there was Caden Coleman, I think. That was real tricky how he just sort of flicked it over the back. He had he wasn't sure. No one really knew what he was going to do, but just a flick over the back. It ended up hitting Jared Lyons, and it was a re-entry by Brisbane, and that was really smart. He just turned onto the right foot. Jared Lyons kicked the goal, but very good there by Caden Coleman. Little flick over the back.
Yeah, well done to Caden Coleman there, the smartest play of the first half. Now, some of the big moments of the first half for Bendix breaks. Confident stopping Bendix breaks. I reckon there were plenty of big moments there for Bendix.
There was plenty. I've narrowed it down to one though. Otherwise, we could be here all night.
Oh, we need to talk a couple. It's a long half-time break.
Well, I've gone for Joe Danaher. He's the number one. We've come to see Joe Danaher, and to get his first goal in the first quarter, albeit a real a bit of a swirler of a kick, really. It wasn't really the best snap on goal, but that was huge. We had the debutants there. They were all outstanding for Sydney Swans and Brisbane. And then we also had the way that Zach Bailey started the first quarter, the first 2 goals for the Brisbane Lions, Zach Bailey on the run. So really good big moments there. They were huge.
And big moments for a couple of Swans debutants as well.
Oh, look, those boys, where do you start? The 3 of them. I mean, we've got Logan McDonald, you've got Braden Campbell, and Errol Golden. Golden, I keep getting that wrong, his name. It's a tricky one.
Well, he's had a golden first half.
I've never seen that name before in my life. But, look, he's doing outstanding, and he's playing so well. So, huge.
So, that's some of the big moments, thanks to Bendix Brakes. Confident stopping Bendix Brakes for the first half. Now, what about the player power ratings for Red Energy, owned by Snowy Hydro, a renewable energy leader. Power ratings for Red Energy.
Well, this is a new stat that we've brought to the broadcast this year. We haven't called this much in the past, but if we go off these points, maybe some of the fans at home would know. So each player obviously gets these player power ratings. Dane Zorko is leading the way on 64 points. Golden again, Errol Golden on 61 points, and Daniel Rich rounds out the top three on 59. Probably Lockie Neal's the one for me. He's down a little bit at the moment. He's only on the 25 points. These are for the people following the player power ratings. It's a real tongue twist to say that 10 times at home, and let me know how you go.
And what about Josh Kennedy as well? First, I started on the bench, involved a couple of plays, but hasn't been the normal, I suppose, influential self.
Yeah, look, he's one of those. He's just a big body around the footy. I mean, his game time's probably going to reduce as he goes on. He's in his 14th season, as you mentioned. So some of these youngsters, as you can see, this Golden, these young guys coming up, taking up the slack, that's what you want to see. You want to still see him have impact, and he might not have those huge moments all game, every game, but as long as he's around the contest, giving that leadership, he's an important player to have there for the Swans.
That is the power ratings, thanks to Red Energy. And now for Around the Grounds for Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day. Let's go to Marvel Stadium. And, I think Alistair Clarkson might have had a speech at halftime as we are there in the third quarter. It's Essendon by 16 points, 10-7-67. Hawthorn 8-3-51 at the 12-minute mark of the third quarter. 2 goals each to Anthony McDonald, Tipping Woody and Dylan Shield there for the Bombers. And for the Hawks, Moore and Brockman. A couple of youngsters there, 2 goals apiece. So interesting game there at Marvel Stadium. But halfway through that third quarter, and it's Bombers by 16 points, 10-7-67, 8-3-51. Earlier game, of course, Adelaide in a thriller over Geelong by 12 points, 15-13, 101. Geelong 13-13, 15-13, 103. Get my maths right, Andrew. 15-13, 103, and Geelong 13-13, 91. Tex Walker kicked 5.
5 big ones
for the Crows. Great to see the Tex back in form there. Ned McHenry and James Rowe, 2 goals apiece. A couple of injury concerns, though, for the Adelaide Crows. And for Geelong, Tommy Hawkins, Isaac Smith and Parfitt all kicked 2 goals apiece. But as we've been talking about, and as you'll be hearing about over the weekend, Patrick Dangerfield, match review scrutiny there with a bump on Jake Kelly in the second term. And the other talking point is that Menegola was subbed out very late in that game. And Charlie Constable came on very late. So a bit of a talking point there, okay, I think, over in Adelaide. The earlier game, Melbourne 11-14-80 over Fremantle 10-58. Both teams turned the ball over on many occasions, but in the end, the Demons were able to prevail. Fritsch, Petraka was very good in the final term, kicked a couple of goals there for the Demons, and also Tom McDonald as well, all kicked 2 goals apiece. And for the Dockers, Taberner kicked 3, but injury concerns, poor Alex Pearce for Fremantle.
Oh, again? I haven't heard this.
He got injured early, unfortunately, perhaps another knee injury, obviously scans there tomorrow, and young Hamling as well with an ankle injury, so I think there's a couple of players down there. Jeez. But and of course, the early game here in the AFL Women's, a win for the Brisbane Lions. Brant Ware, assistant coach, of course, 4-11-35 over North Melbourne, 2-8-20.
All happening.
That was for Around the Grounds for Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day. Unmissable moments for Drink Wise. You won't miss a moment if you drink Wise.
Oh, look, it's got to be the second quarter, doesn't it? You know, there was 10 goals scored there. I think it was 5 each way or 6 in favour of 10 or 11 goals in that second quarter is outstanding. So it was a goal fest. There was lots of energy in that quarter. It was momentum shift. I felt like Sydney were going to run away with it. The way the picture was painted there at the start of that second quarter, I definitely thought Sydney might have piled on another 2 or 3 goals. Brisbane get 1 goal, and it just inflated them. All of a sudden, they piled on another 4 goals, and they take the lead back. Huge.
Great to see the Oz Kickers back on the park, but of course, now the Brisbane Lions out early. So quickly, just a quick mention of the MEGT Rookie of the Day. MEGT, your local apprenticeship experts. Call 13MEGT today. No doubt the first half will be Errol Goulden of the Sydney Swans.
He's the front runner. Logan McDonald, Harry Sharp, special mentions, but Errol Goulden, he's winning at the moment. Well done.
And the umps are coming out too. An intriguing second half about to get underway here at the Gabba on AFL Nation with scores level 8-4-52 apiece. That was the halftime floor show. Thanks to Choices Flooring.
A sports news update for Rolled. Family-made Vietnamese served fast and fresh.
Hi, Hi, it's Judd Boaz checking other sport. In the A-League, the Western Sydney Wanderers rolled Perth Glory 3-0, while in the English Premier League, Leeds beat Fulham 2-1. In Super Rugby, the Melbourne Rebels beat the Waratahs 33-14, and in the NRL, the Newcastle Knights down the New Zealand Warriors 20-16, while the Brisbane Broncos are still winless this season, going down to the Gold Coast Titans 28-16. In basketball, the Perth Wildcats have jumped up to the top of the NBL ladder after handily defeating the Cairns Taipans 93-75. That's the latest sport. Rolled, fast, fresh, Vietnamese.
You're listening to AFL Nation for Beaumont Tiles. Choose Beaumont Tiles for 28% off floor tiles, Australia's best.
Since 1930, Hard Yakka have been creating authentic Aussie workwear that's earned them legendary status. And now their new Raptor Active range of pants and shorts take durability, comfort and performance to the next level. They feature stretchy, ripstop fabric and Reprieve, the world's leading eco-fibre, so they're even earth-friendly. Get it at hardyakka.com.au or your nearest stockist. Hard Yakka, for a new breed of legends.
Australia's best fantasy footy game, KFC Supercoach AFL, is back. And there's 50 grand in cash up for grabs. That's 50,000 reasons to win. Of course, there is another way to look at it. There are also 50,000 reasons not to lose. So challenge your mates with dares if they lose, like catching the bus home in their undies or wearing their mum's nightie at work. Register today at supercoach.com.au. Conditions apply. ACT permit number TP21/00040.
Want to win the ultimate 2021 Toyota AFL Grand Final VIP experience?
Thanks to Choices Flooring, you and a mate could be mixing it with the stars at some of the biggest events of the footy season. Experience all the hype of Grand Final week firsthand, then be at the big match itself.
The 2021 Toyota AFL Grand Final.
Prize includes all tickets, 6 nights accommodation and return flights. Visit iCanWin.com.au and you could win thanks to Choices Flooring.
AFL authorised GF promotion. GF AFL 21/10.
Safety Steel. Time to get real.
Servicing all of Australia, Safety Steel is renowned for getting the job done no matter the size. Industrial, commercial, domestic and rural, Safety Steel helps local business move forward. Garages, carports, massive warehouses, barns, farm sheds, whatever your project or development, everything is designed with advanced engineering. Safety Steel, over 50 years and still going strong.
Safety Steel. Time to get real.
SafetySteel.com.au.
You know, I couldn't do my job without my robot.
Thank you for saying that.
Because from the stumps to the roof, Robot's got it.
Robots got it.
The toughest materials at the lowest prices.
Robots got it.
Steel, sleepers, wire mesh, timber, roofing.
Robots got everything you could ever need.
You know what? For a robot, you're a good bloke. Head to Notting Hill, Sunshine, Preston, Dromana, Pakenham, Coldstream and Darnham. Call 1300-GO-ROBOT or order at robotbuildingsupplies.com.au.
ROBOT, Robot Building Supplies.
Footy's back and I'm loving it. Never miss a single goal with McDelivery. Get all your Macca's favourites from Big Macs to the iconic French fries, all delivered to your door. Check the Macca's website for your delivery partner.
Get your drinks sorted in time for the footy with Dan Murphy's Delivery.
For Dan Murphy's, here's what I want to see delivered in 2021. I want to see Joe Danaher play a full season for the Brisbane Lions and kick 60-plus goals and torment the Essendon fans with his brilliance.
Get drinks delivered to your door in under 2 hours via the Dan Murphy's app. Download the Dan Murphy's app today. T's and C's apply. Drink responsibly.
No forklift is as tough as a cat. While regular forklifts are playing with their dollies, the cat forklift is getting the job done. While regular forklifts are combing each other's hair, the cat forklift is doing both their work. The regular forklift says, I'll split it into 3 or 4 loads. The cat forklift says, load some more on. Have a cry to mummy, regular forklift. The cat has got work to do. Cat forklifts, only from United Forklifts. Call 131 607.
SEN Tyre Power Tipping is back. Play SEN Tyre Power Tipping for your chance to win weekly prizes and $5,000. There's over 20 grand in prizes on offer. You can also run private leagues with mates, family and friends. Sign up at tipping.sen.com.au. You're listening to AFL Nation for Beaumont Tiles. Choose Beaumont Tiles for 28% off floor tiles, Australia's best.
for tyre power here to help you stay safe on the road. Sydney have gone forward. The mark taken by Blakey. Blakey goes back, has a set shot and has put it through. Great start to the second half for the Sydney Swans by Nick Blakey. And the Swans in the first minute of the third term go back out to a 6-point lead. 9-4-58. Brisbane Lions 8-4-52. This third quarter brought to you by McDonald's. Footy's back and I'm loving it. Footy's back and I'm loving it. Certainly never miss a single goal with McDelivery.
Well, it was a good composure there from Blakey. He's kicking from outside 50 and he's got to give it a roost, doesn't he? So to get that distance, he knew straight away it was going to curl back. He also put the arms out like Big Joey Danaher as well after the goal. And it just got over the line. So first draw of this quarter to the Sydney Swans. First goal.
And just the start that they needed in this seesawing contest. And the ball back in the centre. Good bounce too. Hickey and Oscar McInerney do the ruck work. Lions looking to go forward. They do so through. McInerney on this occasion did his own roving. Ball comes back to Bailey. Oh, he might start the third quarter like he started the first. Goes towards the open goal, and he has! Oh, Zach Bailey, if you don't mind. Deja vu from the first quarter. And the quick response from the Brisbane Lions, courtesy number 33. And Zach Bailey, after being goalless last year, has got 3 goals in 3 quarters here at the Gabba to start off 2021. Scores back level again, thanks to McDonald's. Footy's back and I'm loving it. I'm loving this game as well. The scores are back level. Brisbane 9-4-58. Swans 9-4-58. 3 minutes played.
Well, it was just good play inside forward 50, but also in that stoppage there. So Oscar McInerney, Lockie Neal. I think it was there was someone else involved there, Jared Lyons, but they get the ball forward, and as you can see, just reads the play really, really well, does Bailey. Gets the hands and just goes, sees the goal, just goes straight at it as he did that first quarter. So straight at the goals, and he kicks truly. Great start.
Also around the grounds for Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day. Hawthorn pegging that margin back against Essendon. Closing in on three-quarter time. Hawthorn 10-3-63. Bombers leader by 6 points. 10-9-69. Clearance there from McCluggage. Gets the ball down there for Brisbane. Picked up by Hewitt though. A big contest there. We saw in the first half the tackle thanks to Toro from Mitch Robinson. That occasion Dane Zorko getting a free kick. Goes down long. Or Danaher almost got the second attempt. Couldn't quite do so. Hewitt with composure. Sends the ball out to the MEGT rookie so far, Errol Goulden. And he elects to go wide. Finds his other fellow debutant there in Logan McDonald. Right in front of where the coach is sitting, John Longmire. So he's not up in the box. Both coaches, of course, on the interchange bench. And McDonald just taking his time in front of the Swans interchange bench. Goes short. Finds Mills. Callum Mills also prominent in that first half there for Sydney. So scores level. Goal apiece in the first 3 minutes of this second half. And with 58 points apiece here at the Gabba. Swans taking it right up to the Brisbane Lions. Parker standing in a tackle, got the ball, looking for Mills once again, and both he and Charlie Cameron looking for the boundary line. They find it. Ball be thrown in between wing and half forward on the Stanley Street or interchange side of the ground here at the Gabba.
Yeah, just that pressure again, as we spoke about, the ability to break tackles and still keep the ball alive by some of those Sydney players. Brisbane's attempt to keep going at the tackle. Pressure's on here, especially in this first 5 minutes.
Sam Reid starting the second half on the bench for Sydney. Cunningham, kick smothered beautifully by Oscar McInerney. And the boundary umpire will repeat the dose. Warner also on the sidelines. Of course, there's subs if they're required. Matheson for the Brisbane Lions and Will Hayward for the Sydney Swans. So the ball thrown back in. Once again, Hickey and McInerney doing battle. Scores level here at the Gabba. Kick off the little toe poke by Zorko, effective in front of his own interchange bench. A little check side kick to the forward pocket. Hipwood couldn't quite take the mark. Bailey's got it. Went around one. Couldn't get around George Hewitt though. And the 100 game will take the free kick there for Sydney, right back pocket. Now the Swans want to take the advantage they have. Kick over the top there will find Florent. Ball still out on the Stanley Street side of the ground, outer side of the ground here at the Gabba. Went in short. Parker has it now. And Rowbottom, I see, is also on the silence. Got that left leg and left knee strapped there.
Oh, that's a ball kick.
For Sudok's pain relief. Follow the directions for use. Got injured early there, Rowbottom, but still surviving at this stage, but a poor mistake there by the Swans. Kick the ball out of bounds to the footer. They've done that a few times tonight.
Yeah, we've had a couple of moments. That's their 4th or 5th for the night. It's one stat we don't keep an eye on, but I'd like to see it tonight.
And now a big Jack Payne for the Lions. Brings the ball back into play. Oh, little chicken to Birchall, cut off by Golden. He's been effective tonight, the youngster. Rowbottom now on the field. With the ball back to Golden. And he goes shortly for Heaney. Strong contested mark ahead of Leicester. Outside 50 though, too far to score. Sydney kicking towards a small scoreboard end. Eastern end in this third term. Let's kick the ball now to the hot spot. Looking at the big flyers. McDonald was up there, couldn't get it in. Florence there. Up there is also McLean. Ball kicked out fortuitously there, found Mitch Robinson. Now the Lions are away. Berry through the middle, looking for Hipwood. Well, the ball bounced away from his opposite number 30. McCartan picked the ball up, but it held when it wasn't had the balls at the umpire. So Hipwood gives the free kick away. McCartan immediately plays on. Heaney copped one high, got around his opponent, left foot kick, the top of the arc, goes in short, and Logan McDonald's got another mark inside 50 there for Sydney.
Jeez.
Set shot, 40 metres out directly in front. The debutant from WA can get his second goal on the board.
What a build-up. Absolute build-up. Eric Hipwood just gave away that free kick, let the tackle slip up and got him across, I think it was McCartan in the middle of the ground. But, yeah, look, just that passage of play just then. Sydney composure on the left foot. Heaney. This guy again, Logan McDonald, just keeps coming at the kicker. Should kick this.
So could that be a big moment of the game? Confident stopping Bendix breaks if McDonald can convert here, and he has. 2 goals to Logan McDonald. What a debut he's having with his mate Errol Golden as well. And Sydney go back out now to a 6-point lead, 10-4-64. Lions are 9-4-58 thanks to McDonald's. Footy's back and I'm loving it.
He's coming off for a rest already, Logan McDonald, but they want to get him back out there pretty quick. He's a guy that's so potent up forward in his first ever AFL game.
Don't you hate that? So boundary update there. Logan McDonald goes for a rest thanks to Spitwater High Pressure Cleaners. Spitwater High Pressure Cleaners, tools, not toys. Aussie tough.
And that's what Isaac Heaney can do. Very clean on both sides of the body. It was patience by the Sydney forward line, as we mentioned there, Logan McDonald. Just patience because there was the ball was bobbling around at the top of the 50. He just held his space in front, waited for that space to move, and then the passage opened up. Lead at the kicker, bang, hit up lead. But it's been good in front of goal, Sydney. 14 scoring shots for them. 13 for Brisbane.
And I think obviously it was short of quarters last year. I think last year they didn't go over 72 points. In fact, it's a while since they scored a century, I think, Sydney. They got a free kick here in the city to add more pressure here to the Brisbane Lions. Rowbottom it is. So has recovered well after that injury. Went out wide. He found young Warner. Another Warner from Sydney. This is Chad, though. Plays Aussie rules. Not like Davey, who plays cricket. So Chad, with the blonde hair. Something like Heaney, Callum Mills. And the kick went out wide. Marks paid by Dawson. Drifted down for the back line now. With that left foot. Small target there was Wicks. Going up, though, was Papley. He's been quiet, though, tonight. Hasn't got from the scoreboard. He's got a free kick, though, just as I say that. Of course, he had a moment in the second term when he went over the boundary line fence.
He hurdled it.
And he's now going to go back out of a set shot for goal. Of course, the leading goal kicker for Sydney last season, Tom Papley.
Just had to say, you got to stay on here. Look at this.
And went over there to Campbell, had a long range shot. No, didn't count.
Why doesn't he?
And the Swans are... Well, this is the first time I've seen this really through the weekend. I've seen a couple of games, and the umpires were letting things go. Now, whether something directive has been come through from headquarters, they probably want things tightened up, or...
And then you've had a Brisbane Lions player walk through the mark, still no free kick. So this is really odd. They're not even paying attention. A bit confused.
So this time Dawson's going by. The umpire said, no, you can't do that. Lincoln. Tom Papley's got to take his kick. It's not a bad Russo from outside 50. And it's put him through.
Wow.
Papley is on the scoreboard. Oh, we've got a scoreboard review now. It's all happening here at the Gabba. This could be a crucial moment here for New Farm. Australian through and through. We might have our first scoreboard review for the night. Has this touched the post on the way through? The replay that we're seeing, it's not that clear. Oh, it has. This will be a behind. So it is a crucial moment there for New Farm. At the 11-minute mark of the third term, well, actually, the umpire didn't give a decision, did he? He actually called the field umpire down, and it has been labelled as a behind. So Tom Papley can stop his celebration. He's got a minor score instead.
I think he knew. You could see the look on his face. I think he was hoping they wouldn't get called back.
So officially, it is one behind. Thanks to McDonald's. Footy's back, and I love it on the scoreboard. Just an extra point there for Sydney. A handy one, though, now to a 7-point lead at 65-58. Harris Andrews goes up on the half-forward flank. Broadcast side. Brought down, though, by Mills, though. The tackle there was Bailey. Lincoln McCarthy was there to help him. Got a kick up towards the centre square, just inside the centre square. As Rampy, showing a bit of courage, but slipped over the final stage. The ball slipped out towards McCartan. That target was missed. Dawson just about threw the ball out there to McCartan. Broadcast side. Mills uses experience. Trying to push off Harry Sharp. Sharp did well to recover. He's got 2 to beat now, Mills. He couldn't do it, though, as Hipwood helped out Harry Sharp. Goes in short, little risky kick. Good mark taken there for the Lions by Fullerton.
That's Fullerton, yeah. It looks like Rampy looks like he's cramping. He's trying to get off. He's calling for a rotation. That's early to cramp in the third quarter.
Well, we know what these longer quarters had effect so far. I've seen that the last 2 nights. A big kick for Fullerton inside the right half-forward flank now for Brisbane. And a juggling act there by the Swans in the shape of young Braden Campbell. Couldn't keep the ball in. The ball be thrown in. Underneath the scoreboard there for McDonald's. Footy's back, and I'm loving it. And it shows that Sydney Swans in front by 7 points. 10-5-65. Brisbane 9-4-58. 12.5 minutes played third term.
Brisbane have got one here behind the ball. That's because...
And Hickey got the front position. He's got the tap out. Didn't grab it himself. Coleman slapped the ball out. Rampy. Over there to Florent. Florent now. High kick. Clears the fence of 50. Here's the young debutant there in Golden. Golden now kicks the ball high up and under. Sam Reid now on the field's got 2 to beat. Punch came back from Payne. Only spilled as far as Papley. Looked beautifully inboard. Beautiful pass to the Mills. Now to the running Florent. Now Sydney showing a bit of space here through the centre. Is anyone home? Heaney's there in the front position, and he's got it. Beautiful transition for the Swans. One into the ground to the other. Ends up with Isaac Heaney. And he's becoming a focal point up forward. He's already got 2 on the board, looking for his third, and to extend the lead to the Swans to 11 points.
Well, that was great play. I think that was, as you said, Ollie Florent running through the middle of the ground. It started with Papley, though, and it was the 2-on-1 contest with Reid. Reid gets the ball to ground over here in front of the radio box. Papley crumbs. He finds the inside kick. That's the hard kick to hit. If you can go for that, if you can hit it, opens up the game. And Florence sees that space advantage side for Heaney. Long. And Heaney, strong in the air, takes the mark.
35 metres out directly in front. The small scoreboard and the Swans cheer squad end makes no mistake. He's got 3. And I correct myself now, the margin's now 13 points to Sydney. Of course, they open up a 25-point lead in the second term, and they kicked the first 5 goals of that quarter. And now in the start of the third quarter, thanks to McDonald's, Footy's back, and I'm loving it. They picked the first 3 again to open up that 13-point lead. 11-5-71. And Brisbane are 9-4-58. 14 minutes played third term.
Just when you think Sydney haven't got any avenue to goal, you know, Franklin's out of this team. Who's their focal point? It's their smalls. Their smalls are so dynamic. Reid isn't having the impact of some of these smalls on the field. I know that he's already kicked a goal. He is giving him a target, but these smalls, when they get to work, and their kicking ability, their skills are elite. They are so elite going forward. So, and Heaney's one of those players in the air who's so strong. He's a hard man to stop, and he's undersized. He's not a big man.
Brent Staker, expert commentary tonight. Car sales, everything you ought to know. Unique insights and exclusive perks with car sales for owners. Brent Staker alongside me, yours truly, Andrew Brown, tonight here for AFL Nation. Got a thriller here. Swans off, good work by Coleman. Got away from the other youngster, Campbell. Coleman sends the ball long, has a shot at goal. Slightly off target, a minor score.
Is that his preferred foot?
It's on his left foot. Yep. Just as adept on his left as he does on his right.
Yeah, he kicked well. That goal he kicked was on his right foot. Very good.
Back to 2 goals in it, thanks to McDonald's. Footy, I'm loving it. Loving this game here at the Gabba. Crowd of tense. Good crowd too. Must be nudging 30,000, would suggest. 12-point lead to Sydney. 15 minutes gone.
There's that kick again. That's a 30-metre pass.
Little short kick there finds Tom Papley getting involved in the game in this third term. And Starcevic standing in. And here's now the MEGT rookie, your local apprenticeship expert there in Golden for Sydney. Got the ball to Dawson, in turn to Luke Parker. Just a high up and under on the broadcast swing. Well, flying up there was McLean. Couldn't do so. It's on the half-forward flank now for the Swans. right on the edge of 50. McDonald goes in hard and low. So does their... A couple of players, umpire said, no, I'll take it. It was Nick Blakey, in fact. The ball will be thrown up. Right on the edge of 50. Swans leading it by 12 here at the Gabba. Lion supporters nervous. Last time, of course, they were here at the Gabba, they saw their team lose a preliminary final to Geelong. Sydney, a different kettle fish tonight. High-scoring game. Berry on hands and knees. Little toe poke there, ineffective. Comes out to Fullerton. Got rid of the ball quickly for the boundary line. Will find it.
Hit his head on the way down, Fullerton, but he's up and running. Seems okay. He's in the ruck.
And around the grounds for Chemist Warehouse, it's a 1-point game at three-quarter time at Marvels Stadium. Hawthorn kicking back. They're 12-3-75. Trail the Bombers by 1 point. 11-10-76. Chemist Warehouse, great savings every day around the grounds. Here comes Papley off the back of the ruck contest there. Goes in short, and this time he finds Callum Mills. Gee, he and he look alike.
Oh, there's 4 of them. Throw Warner in there.
But he has been everywhere, Mills, on the back line. Might get some safety steal stats on the number 14 for Sydney in a moment. As Mills, 45 out, directly in front once again. Straight over the goal line by his head. Callum Mills makes no mistake. His teammates rush to him, and he picks up now his second of the night. And back out to that 18-point lead for Sydney, 12-5-77. Brisbane Lions 9-5-59, 7.5 minutes gone. Thanks to McDonald's. Footy's back, and I'm loving it.
Here's some of those safety steal stats, as you mentioned there, Andrew. Mills, he's had the 2 goals, 24 disposals. He's had the 6 marks and the 2 tackles, so he's having some sort of a game already. But here's the play here. It's Reed straight down the throat of Papley. The way Papley's moving around that contest, outstanding, breaks a tackle, and then stays composed and then hits up that lead of Mills. Mills, the Swans at the moment are kicking their goals from outside 50. They're deadly from outside 50 going towards goal.
And also with that goal too there to Callum Mills, his second for the night, goes to the top of the player ratings thanks to Red Energy, owned by Snowy Hydro, a renewable energy leader. And Callum Mills now leading those power player ratings ahead of Dane Zorko and of course the debutant Errol Goulden, equal with Zorko with those power ratings. Papley involved as Sydney get the centre clearance. Ends up with Papley now looking long. Brisbane Lions defence under pressure. Archie's down there. Ball went over the head of Birchall. Lockie Neal. Gee, we haven't called his name too often tonight, but now he gets the defensive clearance for Brisbane. That's a beautiful kick though. Travel 50 metres, he found Jared Berry.
His first kick was a turnover. That's a much better one there.
Rowbottom standing still on the mark there as Berry kicks the ball back to Lockie Neal, so it picks up a second possession in about 30 seconds. Needs more of him though, urging his players to come forward. Or Sharp had to show courage. He just took a little step as he knew that McCart was bearing down on him. Dawson's there as well. Berry now picks the ball up, threading his way through traffic beautifully. A high kick though, still remains in the centre square. Hard for Archie and also Golden to do battle with Lincoln McCarthy. They picked up the crumbs. High kick, ball bouncing towards the goal square. Campbell's under pressure. He can rush it through, Braden. He did. Despite his inexperience, he knew exactly what to do there. A minor score thanks to McDonald's. Footy's back and I'm loving on the scoreboard. Lions now try by 17 points, 19 minutes gone.
Well, that was an interesting build-up. Lockie Neal wanted someone to hit up at him, and the Lions forwards just wanted it long, so a bit of confusion there on the wing, but they eventually had it inside 50, bit of a nothing score. The Swans now bring it down radio side again.
And the Lions need a score here. Still got plenty of time left in this third term. Only travelled 19.5 minutes. But ball ends up with Blakey. Broadcast swing. High up and under. McDonald and McLean up there, up against Harris Andrews. Andrews went to ground though. McLean went into his back. Illegally, said the umpire. Will get the free kick. Birchall takes the advantage. Goes out wide, finds McCluggage. These are the midfielders that Lions need to lift at the moment. McCluggage got for a promising start. Now goes short as Swans bowled up. Birchall, well sport behind though from Callum Mills. They turn the ball over Sydney. Rowbottom, Peter Young, Warner. Warner goes short. Player by himself. That Papley again has got loose on the forward line. He goes short back to McLean. Go back and have a set shot, son. Goes over the top. McDonald's going to get three. Three for the debutant, Logan McDonald. And Sydney piling on the pressure in this third quarter against the Brisbane Lions here at the Gabba on AFL Nation Saturday Night Football. And the Swans have repeated the dose. What they did in the second term, outscoring the Brisbane Lions, now out to a 23-point lead, 13-5-83. Lions are 9-6-60. Thanks to McDonald's, footy's back and I'm loving it. Never miss a single goal with McDelivery.
Well, they thought their way through that, didn't they, Andrew? It was Mills in the middle of the ground, and he just got across enough to get a spoil on. I think it was Birchall. He got enough spoil on. Birchall got the ball to ground, and they just mopped up so quick. They had numbers forward. So straight away, they were good by foot. Papley smart. It was Starcevic running around there like Piggy in the middle, and eventually fell into the debutante's hand. Logan McDonald, as you said, he's third for the night. That's a Joey the Goose right in front of the goal square. And you take them every day of the week. But it's just good pressure by Sydney. Brisbane there, Hugh McCluggage, you need to go long.
Turnover there. That could be a crucial moment for New Farm. And, well, Logan McDonald vying with Errol Goulden there for the Rookie of the Day, thanks to MEGT, your local apprenticeship experts. But now the Brisbane Lions get the centre clearance. They need a goal here before three-quarter time. Hewitt did well, though. Oh, topped off beautifully, though, by Hipwood. Next to go back to the big O. The two ruckmen trying to combine. You just don't do that in the modern game, surely. Zorko, little grubber kick, looking there for Fullerton. He might find him as Repio ran the ball. Oh, scooped it back. Fullerton will be illegal. That's a scoop. We're looking for Bailey, and either Campbell and Rampy could take the free kick here.
Yeah, it was smart. I think the idea was really right then. He tried to tap it. He probably didn't mean to throw it. Got caught in his hand, but smart idea.
As I said, MEGT Rookie of the Day. Kick goals with MEGT, your local apprenticeship experts.
We go, good one-on-one here. Reid in front spot.
As the Swans defying the Brisbane Lions attack at the moment. Lead it by 23 points at the 23-minute mark, third quarter. Blakey with the breakaway broadcast side. Down to Hickey and the former Eagle. Playing well his first night for the Swans. Robon kicked the ball in front of him. It's at the Sydney Swans end of the goals here. And the ball rushed through. Wasn't eventually there by the Brisbane Lions. They needed that to avoid some more pressure. But it's an even 4-goal game now, thanks to McDonald's. Footy, I'm loving it. 24-point lead to Sydney.
They're so fast, Sydney, going forward, aren't they?
Late in the third quarter.
Very fast going forward.
Lions now trying to mount something from their defensive 50. Forced to chip the ball around. Ends up with Daniel Rich. He's only about 30 metres in front of the goals that he's defending at that small scoreboard end of the ground. Brisbane kicking towards the main scoreboard. City end. Short kick. Coleman had to keep picking up the half volley. Immediately pressured by Parker. In turn, McCluggage pressured there by Parker as well. But I think we'll go back to that, pushing the back there to young Coleman, who's involved with our smartest play of the first half. We tapped the ball down, thanks to Australian made, support Aussie made products. But his kick, though, they cannot find targets. It's looking a lot like the Premier Final last year. Starting to struggle to find targets further down the ground, Brent Staker.
Yeah, when they get caught just going long all the time, it really cuts off Brisbane's any avenue to goal. They've got to keep trying to take the game on.
And this plays right in the hands of Sydney style. Another inside 50 mark to Sydney as well. We'll get that stat as well for safety steal. Sam Reid takes the mark inside 50 on a lead. But he's hard up against the boundary, right forward flank, Stanley Street side. This will be a great kick if he can fit this one through, but just add more misery currently to the Brisbane Lions.
Reid's had the 5 marks. Inside 50 marks, 17 to Sydney, 2 to Brisbane.
17 to 2. Reid leans back. That's a magnificent kick to the boundary line. And Sam Reid has slotted it through. And he picks up his second of the night as well.
Wow.
6 goals to 1 in this third term has seen Sydney open up a 5-goal lead, biggest lead of the night, 14-6-90. Lions are stuck on 9-6-60. 25 minutes gone, third term.
And that's another kick, like you say. That was the 18th. That was the 18th mark inside 50. And that kick come from their ruckman, Tom Hickey, advantage side to Sam Reid. So you've got your ruckman putting it on the chest of a key forward. Key forwards getting confidence. They're all up and about the Sydney forwards at the moment. They're seeing the big sticks like there's no tomorrow. And they're just having so much fun going forward. Brisbane, like you mentioned, Andrew, have stopped. They're kicking long. They've slowed their movement through the middle of the ground. That overlap run and that change of angles, it's just not there. So space, it's just not there.
And this is the team, I think, recorded their lowest score against Brisbane last year, albeit I think about 41 points. The highest score last year was a total of 74 points. They got 90 by three-quarter time, albeit, of course, the time difference last year. Now a chance for Zorko to get one back. A dribble kick across the goal line's not good. Missed the target through for only a minor score.
Are you a fan of the dribble kick?
Oh, in its right moment. I was a gun full forward in my day, but I used to kick it traditionally though, Brent.
No, I'm all for the traditional
A few
shot.
Melbourne's listeners might be chuckling at that one themselves. Oh, a lot of courage there shown by Heaney there. Couldn't take the mark though. The ball spills down though for the Lions. Jared Berry on the run. He might have put one through. He has. Well, he's been struggling with set shots in front of goal, Jared Berry, but on the run he can be pretty lethal just like that. And he gets a badly needed goal there for the Lions. 10-6-66. Sydney Swans 14-7-91. Back to 25 points. 26 minutes gone, third term. Thanks for McDonald's. Footy's back and I'm loving it. Never miss a single goal with McDelivery. Valuable one there to the Lions, Brent Staker.
Yeah, well, that's the momentum shift that they're kind of looking for. They're a little bit late at the moment, so, you know, it's the, the 26-minute mark, almost the 27-minute mark of this third quarter. They probably needed a goal or some kind of momentum a little bit sooner, but as you mentioned, Jared Berry, look, he can be a game changer. He's a big body mid. He can go forward and kick goals. The Lions just need a bit more of that at the moment. As you look down and see Fagan there, talking to his troops on the bench, giving a bit of a lift. Come on, boys, bit more pressure.
Well, they were good in red time in the second quarter. We'll see what happens in this third term. But Sydney now through Hickey, got the centre clearance once again. Over there to Mills, back in turn to Parker. Ball ends up with Wicks. He's already kicked one tonight. He swings around. Sam Wicks from just inside 50. Oh, if you don't mind, one of the goals of the night there to Sam Wicks to bring up his second.
I can't keep up.
What a magnificent kick. And that could be the crucial moment there for New Farmer. Setting goal for Sydney close to three-quarter time. Back out to a 29-point lead, 15-6-96. Lions 10-7-67. Thanks to McDonald's. Footy's back and I'm loving it. I'm sure the Swan supporters are loving what they're seeing at the moment.
Well, as you mentioned, that could have been a crucial moment. At the 27.5-minute mark of the third quarter, Wicks kicks this tough goal, rolls onto his right foot, kicks the goal, celebrates it in style. But that's the one, as you say, it puts it out to almost... Look, the lead is gettable, but that makes it really, really difficult at the moment going into the fourth quarter. It's a tough lead to peg back. Brisbane need to get their eye in and start getting some momentum to try and swing this game around. It's all favouring Sydney at the moment. That's a poor bounce.
That crucial moment brought by New Farm, Australian through and through. And John Longmire must be enjoying what he's seeing at the moment. Still plenty of football left though. But the Lions certainly under pressure. Cameron's been thrown into the middle here.
Try to get some life.
There's a move there by Chris Fagan. Will he get the ball back here? The ball on the edge of 50. Lockie Neal needs to lift as well. Well, he's going to get it right now. Smack back in the centre of the Gabba. Don't run too close there, young Wicks. In fact, Rich ran past, got the ball back. Berry's down there. Oh, poor attempt there over the back there. Is that Rampy with the... no, Harry Cunningham with the safe hands. Takes relieving mark for Sydney.
Just trying to see where Big Joe was there. Let's start peppering Big Joey Danaher, get him in.
Yeah, well, the ball went way over his head then. He wasn't the target on that occasion. Ball close to the boundary as Callum Marchie gets up limping a bit. And the ball will be thrown in right in front of that Lions interchange bench, and a very worried coach there in Chris Fagan. Around the grounds for Chemist Warehouse, great savings every day. 3-point lead to Essendon, early stages final term. 11-13-79, Hawthorn 12-5-77. In fact, the Horses just scored a point. 2 points in it in favour of the Bombers. Clearance there by Sydney through Warner. 1-on-1, great work. Oh, McLean almost got it down. Now a chance for Golden. A golden goal for Sydney. Almost on three-quarter time. He joins his fellow rookie in Logan McDonald. He's got 3 goals to number 21. Sydney back out. Biggest lead of the game. 35 points now. 16-6-102. Lions 10-7-67. Thanks to McDonald's scoreboard there. Footy's back and I'm loving it. 35-point lead. 30 minutes gone. How's this for a debut by 2 young players? Golden with 3, Logan McDonald with 3.
Are they going to steal the votes for the Brownlow votes? Oh. The 2 debutants in round 1 are going to get Brownlow votes. Who would have thought?
And Callum Mills leading the power player ratings for Red Energy.
Fascinating, absolutely fascinating. That was that kick then, the kick out the back. I think it was Hayden McLean. He might have been the one against Harris Andrews. He just got the good positioning. Yep. And that's a tough position to be in. You don't have to raise your hands. Your momentum will put a guy like Andrews out of position, and it did. He almost marked it, but he was composed enough to gather the footy and give it off to Golden.
Hickey with the tap down anywhere as far as Zorko. Zorko sends the ball inside 50. Late goal needed here by the Lions. Might get one here, the two number 30s. And Eric Hipwood led McCartan to the ball and took the mark. Left forward pocket. Wrong side for a left footer though. He's only a couple of metres inside the boundary. And it takes the well-known long run up.
Yeah, just go for the goal here, Eric. Don't look off.
It would suit a right footer, but on Eric's left foot, we'll see what happens here. Needs to do what Sam Reid did at the other end.
That's right.
Close to the boundary.
Yep.
He threw it through for the wrong side for a right footer. So Eric will be kicking from about 40 metres out. Very acute angle at the city end. You'll tell by the crowd reaction. Yeah, that's right. There is none. Must be a minor score. In fact, he's missed everything.
This is the knock on him, unfortunately.
Out of bounce on the full. Chris Fagan stands there, hands on hips, wondering what's going on with his team. Well, the way they finished off the second half, albeit against the Gold Coast Suns, their warm-up game, you thought the Lions were ready.
Yep.
And the way they started taking the first 3 goals of the game, well, since then, they've kicked 7 since that opening burst, and the Swans have kicked 16. Can you believe it? Here at the Gabba. Well, as they... former Brisbane Lions coach used to say, first team to a century normally wins, says Lee Matthews.
That was the great Lee Matthews.
And the Swans at the moment, 102, the Lions 67, 35-point lead, thanks to McDonald's.
A couple of those telling stats, the safety still stats. The marks inside 50, 18. But the uncontested marks at 60 to 44 in favour of Sydney, so they're controlling the ball by foot.
As Hickey and Zorko cannot believe it. He's been pinged for getting rid of Hickey. The second time Hickey's got a free kick like that this game. Zorko got rid of him after he got rid of the ball illegally, said the umpire. Dane Zorko not happy. Well, everyone's been asking, the Lions supporters be asking Brent Staker, expert commentary tonight for car sales, everything you ought to know, is to, with all the tall timber there from Brisbane Lions, how come they only got 2 inside 50 marks?
Oh, no, it's fascinating. They've got the 3 tall timber down there and they can't catch the ball.
Yep.
It's got to do with the way they're entering, though, so...
And they've got a height advantage there too over their defenders, but as you mentioned, it's the way it's been brought in.
It's the way it's been brought in. They're kicking those long goals to pressure. Sydney are obviously chipping up. Sydney like to play that way, and obviously Brisbane goals as well have been kicked from the run.
As Sydney went forward, mark taken by McCarthy. So another long quarter here. It's gone 33 minutes. Second term went 35. Luke McCluggage dropped what he should have taken. Allows Blakey to put some pressure on him. From inside defensive 50, kicks the ball outside the 50-minute arc, picked up though by Warner. Oh, beautiful tap there by Campbell, the debutant. Ball ends up there from Dawson to Warner. Once again goes in short. Mark's been taken.
Oh, Bush checking
by Heaney, and Heaney goes towards Papley and completely unmarked again. Now Harris Andrews is arguing a case here. Did he push off him to get that space? Illegally, but anyway, then the result is Tom Papley, who's had quite a few possessions in this
he
third
was
term.
He just stuck out the back, so he was already in space. It was the quick thinking of the other. See, there's the Sydney Swans again, how they hit up. They're up to 20 marks inside 50. Papley at the moment, what's he had? He said that this is going to be his 12th disposal, and
there's a set shot. Right on three-quarter time here at the Gabba to make it very hard for Brisbane. He punches the air, runs to his teammates, full of momentum. Sydney Swans go to three-quarter time break with a 41-point lead, 17-6, 108. Lions 10-7, 67. Thanks to McDonald's. Footy's back and I'm loving it. 34 minutes and 6 seconds that quarter went for. And they kicked 9 goals. They kicked 8 goals up until half-time, Sydney. They kicked 9 goals alone in that third term to have the 41-point lead. Extraordinary there. And Papley getting his second goal of the term. Was his first. We'll catch up the goal kickers shortly. But what an extraordinary term. Brisbane Lions, the crowd, we'll hear the crowd, Brent Staker. They're absolutely silent.
It's they're shocked. We're shocked. I didn't think that Sydney would be able to deliver the execution they've given tonight, their speed around the ball. You know, it's hard to get a gauge off one pre-season game that's televised to get an idea of it. So very, very tricky. But they've obviously trained the house down, and obviously their handball, their work rate inside 450 has been elite. The way they kick the ball has been elite, and their avenue to goal, they always have been a team that hits that short option. So just when you think they're going to go long, they always lower their eyes and keep you accountable, and they've done it to perfection tonight so far.
Major goal kickers, 3 each for the Swans to Heaney, and the 2 debutants, McDonald and Goulden. all with 3 goals. 2 goals there to Sam Reid, Callum Mills and Sam Wickson. That was Tom Papley's first goal there after that set shot after the siren. And for the Brisbane Lions, 3 goals to Zach Bailey, 2 goals there to Danaher, the leading goal kickers there for the Brisbane Lions. But they will go into the final term here at the Gabba, trailing by 41 points here on AFL Nation.
That quarter on AFL Nation was for McDonald's. Footy's back, and I'm loving it. Never miss a single goal with McDelivery.
Hey, it's Jordan Lewis here. I was lucky enough to win 4 premierships, but I still remember my first game as a rookie. I needed all the advice I could get. So, if you're after an apprenticeship but need the same kind of expert help, you can't go past MEGT. MEGT is Australia's largest and only national apprenticeship network provider, making them your true local apprenticeship experts. With MEGT, a winning career could be yours. So check out their free job board today. Just go to megt.com.au or call 13MEGT.
My plans for the year, save up for a house so we can build hopefully in November.
Going overseas to Japan.
Recently become a father of a second child.
Finish up baseball season.
Take the kids skiing.
Move into a new house.
Go to the footy a lot.
I am in a tennis tournament in April. Have a hobby farm. That would be my dream.
The beauty of a fixed price funeral plan is that the price never changes and you can celebrate your life the way you want. Find out more at tobinbrothers.com.au. Tobin Brothers Funerals, celebrating lives.
If you're the guy whose job it is to order timber to the site, here's a fail-safe guide to not getting yourself fired. Step 1. Use Coldstream Timber. Step 2. See Step 1. When you use Coldstream Timber, you'll never run out of timber because whatever you're building, Coldstream Timber and Hardware can organise same-day delivery of timber, framing, doors, decking, hardware, insulation, flooring and more. You'll never run out of timber with Coldstream Timber and Hardware. Maroondah Highway Coldstream. Coldstreamtimber.com.au. Conditions apply.
Want to win the ultimate 2021 Toyota AFL Grand Final VIP experience?
Thanks to Choices Flooring, you and a mate could be mixing it with the stars at some of the biggest events of the footy season. Experience all the hype of Grand Final week firsthand, then be at the big match itself.
The 2021 Toyota AFL Grand Final.
Prize includes all tickets, 6 nights accommodation and return flights. Visit iCanWin.com.au and you could win thanks to Choices Flooring.
AFL authorised GF promotion, GF AFL 21/10.
Oh, a good mark to Wilson. He plays on at full pace and kicks a beauty to Thomas. Thomas gives off to Harris. Harris closes in on 50, but wait, he's tackled by Smith. Or is it Williams? Williams scrabbles for the ball, kicks it to a guy in blue, who kicks it to some other guy in blue. Now some tall bloke has the ball. He kicks it to an even taller bloke. Kick, handball, kick.
Don't miss the best bits. You won't miss a moment if you drink Wise. Proudly brought to you by Drinkwise.
Want to win free coffee for an entire year? That's a lot of lattes. Just order a McCafe coffee on the My Macca's app for your chance to win. There are 25 winners every day. But hurry, limited time only. Ends 23/03/21. Visit mcdonalds.com.au/coffeecomp for full terms.
Whatever car you choose to drive, it's your right to choose your own independent mechanic. Your local Repco authorised service centre is a trusted professional who is fully qualified to service your car and stamp your logbook. They have the latest equipment and technical know-how. They use quality parts and lubricants, and all work is backed by a nationwide warranty. For real peace of mind, trust the experience and knowledge of your local Repco authorised service centre. Drop in or book online at repcoservice.com.
At Underworks, we're experts in socks. We test our all-day socks so they don't dig in, so there's no irritation or ugly red marks. Test Underworks all-day socks for yourself. We're number one down under for socks.
Australia's best fantasy footy game, KFC Supercoach AFL, is back. And there's 50 grand in cash up for grabs. That's 50,000 reasons to win. Of course, there is another way to look at it. There are also 50,000 reasons not to lose. So challenge your mates with dares if they lose, like catching the bus home in their undies or wearing their mum's nightie at work. Register today at supercoach.com.au. Conditions apply. ACT permit number TP21/00040.
You're listening to AFL Nation for Beaumont Tiles. Choose Beaumont Tiles for 28% off floor tiles, Australia's best.
opening bounce for Tyre Power, kicking goals with 25% on Toyo tyres. And, Swans are kicking goals, kicked 9, kicked the last 8 goals of the game to be leading by 41 points. We enter this final term thanks to Tyre Power. Massive Easter sale as they go to attack again. Here's Sydney. Golden's there, the danger man, the rookie, and holding the man free kick. This time we'll go to Brisbane.
Yep.
Now the advantage has been paid.
Oh, that's a horrible umpire. Jeez Louise.
As Jared Lyons there, not much of an advantage. Got the ball, though, to the outer side. Looking there for Coleman. Dawson's in there, scoops the ball in front of him and looking for the boundary line as rain starts to fall. That's going to make things harder.
That's the worst thing that we just noticed then. As soon as that ball went up at the start of this last quarter, the rain is coming down and it's not light.
It's been fine for most of the night, pretty humid and sticky, but now the rain started to fall. So we're trying to haul in a 41-point lead with the Swans with their tails up at the moment. And also the rain starting to fall and people ducking for cover here at the Gabba.
Who's that down there? Harris Andrews.
Harris Andrews down there.
It looks like, it might be... Who is that? It's Big O.
Big Oscar McInerney is slow to get up. Keep an eye on him. The Swans go to attack there. Reed's in the front position. The ball tapped away. Oh, well done by Papley. Look for someone there, looking for a rover in front to kick a goal, but no one was there. Except Mitch Robinson, who just slaps the ball away with a big kick. Only finds McCartan, though, just short of the centre here at the Gabba. Swans leading it by 40 points. As McCartan now sends the ball deep into the forward pocket. Players set themselves at the back here. Chance for McDonald. He's going to get the ball again and go for number 4. High kick. I might have missed everything. I think he has. He got excited. His eyes lit up there. But he missed everything out of bounds to the full. No change to the score. 41-point lead here at the Gabba. And we'll go around the ground shortly for Chemist Warehouse. Find out what's happening there with Hawthorn and Essendon in that final term. It's the Bombers in front in the closing stages by 5 points. 13-13, 91, 13-8, 86 around the grounds for Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day.
Well, this is disastrous for the Lions, as you mentioned. Trying to get this lead back, but the rain just makes it so much more difficult.
Love to know what Chris Fagan said to his charges at the three-quarter time, what changes he can do. Neil's in there, drag Josh Kenny to the ground. Both those veterans had little influence tonight, you have to say tonight, Brent.
Well, looking at some of as you say, some of their older players, Brisbane, Starcevic is down, Mitch Robinson only on the 6 disposals. They need more from Hipwood, more from Danaher to get it forward. They need more from Cameron, try and get around the ball. Archie. But
this will be in the John Longmire playbook here. Just keep control of the game. Golden there got the ball. Ends up with Mills. And he goes in short, finds a 100-gamer there. And George Hewitt, of course, both Papley and Hewitt in their 100th game tonight, joining their 3 debutants. And, of course, Tom Hickey in his first game for Swans colours tonight. Might be a big circle there for the around the Swans there when they go inside their change rooms. But still a long way to go in this match. What can Brisbane do? McInerney's recovered from that knock. Sends the ball long as Hipwood couldn't take the mark in the slippery conditions now. As rain starts to team down here at the Gabba. It's been dry for most of the day, but just when the Lions need a dry spell, it's starting to pour with rain. And player over the shoulder take the free kick there out there in Hewitt.
Well, they are winning the free kick count as well, thanks to your safety steal stats. They're leading that by about 3 at the moment. So Sydney have pegged that back. They were down, but they're getting their head over the footy, winning these. There's another free kick.
And quickly for around the ground, some Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day. Hawthorn have got a late goal and in front by a point. 92-91 there at Marvel Stadium. Thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day. Thriller there at Marvel. At the moment, though, it's all here at all the Swans at the Gabba. And the Lions having trouble mounting something to go forward here. The ball in dispute in front of the Lions interchange bench. Bailey's got to get something going. He does so now. Lions going towards the small scoreboard end. Danaher caught behind McCartan. That suits the Swans fine. Hipwood tackle without the ball. The crowd want a free kick. None forthcoming again. And Swans with the clearing kick. They're repelling everything that the Lions are throwing at the moment. Kennedy is out the outer side. Keeps the ball in play. Well, no, he does in the end. Happy to see the ball out. The boundary thrown between wing and half forward.
Playing some sort of a game in the background, in the back line. Sorry, is McCartan. He's been up against Danaher most of the night. I know Danaher's kicked 2, but the last few quarters, the contest that he's been in, he's been great. Really taking it up to Joey Danaher, the superstar.
As the ball close to the boundary line, and on this occasion, it was played deliberate there, so the free kick will go. And Harris Andrews, and just looking at Harris Andrews there on the screen. No, it's okay. Well, he might have been going off there. But no, high mark taken behind. Well done there by Jared Lyons. They got the ball down to Starcevic. Starcevic again, just a high bomb inside 50. Man, there's McCartan once again. The ball spills out that of Danaher. Quickly there's a snapshot towards the goals, but no one home there for Brisbane. And Oliver Foran taking the mark, and then under these conditions takes a great mark. Well, risky kick across the face of goals that they're defending. But the mark has been taken there by Rampy. Rampy in the left back pocket now. And sends the ball away. The interchange bench, just looking for a contest. Reid provided one. Jack Payne tried to claim the mark, but Reid had his hands on his first, no doubt about that, even though the crowd wanted a mark. Ball slipped by, now Pies played a free kick over the shoulder, go the way of Swans once again.
Is that against Jared
Bit of
Lyons?
frustration getting in the way of the Lions. Might have updated that free kick count.
Well, they're being desperate now, the Lions. They've got to be careful, so you can't have that desperation turn into free kicks.
And for Around the Grounds, Chemist Warehouse, great savings every day. Hawthorn has held on by a point.
Wow.
They've defeated Essendon by 1 point, 14-8-92. Essendon 13-13-91 there at Marvel. And the ball's now at the wrong end of the ground here at the Gabba for the Lions. Papley picks the ball up in game number 100. Florence going to fly behind there. Oh, ball, did it come off McDonald? It might have, but no, it might have been the Lions defender, in fact. So a minor score only there on the Tyre Power scoreboard. Massive Easter sale. Remember, Tyre Power, your premiership favourite for Toyo Tyres. As the Lions now transition though out of defence. Charlie Cameron needs to lighten things up here for the Brisbane Lions. Goes for a long kick, looking there for McCarthy. McCarthy back towards the goal square. Great defence there by Rampy, or was it? No, another free kick there. Dane Rampy can't believe it. He thought he did everything legally there to spoil Lincoln McCarthy, but the umpire saw it differently.
Well,
at the number 11 for Brisbane will take a free kick.
It'll be good to get a look at this one again if they give us some kind of a replay, but that's what you want, the old one-on-one in the goal square. You'd like to see him battle it out, do it all legally, but the umpire has found a free kick. Still don't know what it was for. Maybe a bit of holding, could have been a jumper pulled. This is a big goal. Well, this is a big kick, actually. Hopefully it results in a goal.
15 metres out, directly in front. McCarthy shouldn't make any mistake, and he doesn't. So the crowd, tentative applause there. I know there's a lot of work to do, but McCarthy brings up his second goal. And the first goal of the final term, thanks to Tyre Power, massive Easter sale, goes away the Brisbane Lions. 11-7-73, Sydney 17-7-109. 7.5 minutes in the final term. If you are just joining us late, Sydney kicked 9 goals to 2 in the third quarter. To establish that big 41-point lead at the final break.
Well, that just gives the Lions there some kind of belief, some kind of hope. The weather's against them. Can they peg this back? As we go to just some of the safety still stats of some of these players, Mills still leading the charge for Sydney, 28 disposals. Parker on 20, and Rowbottom, believe it or not, he's come back. He's on 20 for Brisbane. Lockie Neal has got going. He's up to 20 disposals. Zorko 20, Jared Lyons 19 disposals.
So from that centre bounce, Lions need to put obviously a few goals together here. Or Hickey stood up tall and tackled. Might have got a knock to the head there. He's looking a bit dazed for a moment. Keep an eye on him.
Yeah, he is.
In the meantime,
the rain
Lions tries to slip the ball forward. The rain has eased, thanks to the weather update there, Brent Staker. And the ball now towards Hipwood. Good slap back there to Bailey. He loves these goals from outside 50. Now this time he's going to chip kick. Oh, jumping too early there was Joe Danaher. Now a chance for McCarthy. Danaher still lurking. Quick kick away, intercepted by the Sydney Swans defence. 20 metres out from the Brisbane Lions goal. Dawson kicks the ball away, looking for the boundary. Running close to the boundary. Sharp will keep it in for Brisbane. The Lions debutant. And his kick, though, is astray. Or is the ball coming back? No. Mark played to Sydney. Everything quietens down here at the Gabba. Still the Sydney Swans by 36 points. Repeating. Sorry, go on.
Just got to tidy up their forward 50 entries, Brisbane. That's the only key at the moment. As we say, they're equal number almost of forward inside 50. So the Lions are getting looks. Sydney are getting looks, but Sydney have just been so smart going forward. Brisbane just need to tidy that up to give them some chance. And as we say, the weather's now fine back up. It's only a little bit of mist, so that does help their chances to get back in this game.
So interchanges there being used. Get that back to them in a moment. It's on the Stanley Street side of the ground. Bailey, and illegal disposal also is paid against him. Free kick will go to Callum Mills. I said he was leading the power ratings tonight. Really turned it on in that third quarter as so many of his teammates got 2 goals as well to add to his tally tonight. And Callum Mills drives the ball along the interchange wing here at the Gabba. A wet Gabba now. And good mark taken by Isaac Heaney. They're contested marking tonight. They really have shown up the Brisbane Lions, haven't they, Brent Staker?
Mate, they've been clunking everything, and it's just because they get that front position. They hold their front position. Heaney's been the one. He's clunked some absolute rippers, but look, there's another mark. That's inside. Is that a missed kick?
Yeah, missed kick. It still finds a Swans player. A target there.
And a good player too, Parker.
Luke Parker on the outer side. Brent Staker tonight. Expert commentary. Thanks to car sales. Everything you ought to know. Spot value with price indicators on car sales. So Parker, very similar to where Eric Hipwood was in the previous quarter. And Hipwood missed everything. Of course, it was a left footer from that left forward flank. Now he runs around. Caught a play on by the umpire. Swings around on the right boot. That's a great kick, Luke Parker. That could be it for Sydney. Oh, captain's goal tonight, Luke Parker. 18-7, 115. Now, back out to the biggest lead of the night, 42 points, 11-7, 73 over the Brisbane Lions. The crowd is stunned at the 11-minute mark of the final term, thanks to Tyre Power. Massive Easter sale. Tyre Power, your premiership favourite for Toyo tyres.
That's a mood killer. If that's not the mood killer right now for Brisbane after just working so hard to get a shot in front of goal, you've got Parker. That's a missed kick going forward and then does kick it from outside 50. That's as you said, a good captain's goal. Took it upon himself, took his 30 seconds, slowed the game down and just held his nerve having that shot. He's obviously done it before. Got good purchase on the footy in the wet and the ball carried through. You could see the players in the goal square straight away cheering, knowing it was going through.
So on the boundary update there, both Chris Fagan and John Longmire looking at more relaxed. Boundary update thanks to Spitwater High Pressure Cleaners. Spitwater High Pressure Cleaners, tools not toys, Aussie tough. And Swans are proving pretty tough tonight in these conditions. Zorko, a free kick against him. Everything going against the Lions at the moment. And the short kick there by Hewitt finds a target. In fact, it was Florida on that occasion.
Yeah, Zorko
he found Goulden.
They've been going at it
Florida and Zorko going together. And the kick from Goulden. And there's a mark by Danaher, but it's the wrong end of the ground for Lions supporters who's deep in defence.
Top mark.
It was a contested mark. He ran straight into trouble. Forced to give the ball away by hand to Rich. Rich with that booming boot, though, clears defensive 50. Only as far as George Hewitt, game number 100. Steady play tonight for Sydney.
I think that was bad play by Rich. He had to come boundary side. Boundary was his friend then. Had to go long, wide, gain territory and get out of bounds and restop. As you can see, Sydney intercept.
And Sydney's protecting the corridor. Looking there for Blakey. Ball punched away from him, though, close to boundary line. Warner couldn't keep it in. Ball to be thrown in. Underneath the main scoreboard, City end here. Wrong end for Brisbane Lions fans. With the Swans with a 42-point lead. 13 minutes gone. The final term, thanks to Tyre Power. Massive Easter sale. Scoreboard. 42-point lead to City. Well juggled there by Heaney. Eventually struggled to the ground, held it too long. The free kick will go to Brisbane.
This is where Lions now, they've got to get all their numbers forward to try and shift Sydney. They can't go short here, so try and go that 45 like this one. That's fine.
Well, unless it's spoiled, though, from behind.
Poor
no,
kick.
Illegally from Jake Lloyd. Free kick
50.
and 50.
Yep.
So now Jared Lyons will take off. Jake Lloyd going to get out of the way. Lloyd's just looking for a target down there. And one of them was McCarthy. The ball goes over his head. There was no tall timber with Fullerton and Hipwood completely out of position.
Joe Danaher's behind the ball.
Ball went over their heads. Punched away there by Warner. Falls away back of Jake Lloyd. Lloyd now gets on the boot and finds Parker. Broadcast wing. He's got there Warner support. Little handball. Dishes over to him now. Now the sit from Reid or Heaney. Heaney. Now Wicks brings the ball to the ground. But he's tackled though. Oh, he's sunk to the ground after he got rid of it. And Brisbane have paid the penalty for a couple of times for those tackles tonight. And it's happened again, this time to Callum Archie and young Wicks in this game number 8.
Well, he's in goal-kicking form, Wicks. We've seen him twice. Here we go.
Pitches the ball off there to Golden. Golden now couldn't bring the ball around, had the snapshot. Perhaps Longmire would say the youngsters use the 30 seconds there.
Yeah, definitely. Although
take a bit of time, and Wicks has already got 2 goals on the board himself.
I think you're right. Take your time. I think it's careless, Archie. I mean, the intensity there to lay the tackle is great, but you just got to know, you just got to sense that the player's got the ball and just slinging them like that. Oh, this is risky by Rich.
Finds, no, he didn't find Archie. Row bottom Got the ball over to Heaney. Heaney can seal it now. Isaac Heaney swings around and just misses. Minor score. Handy point, though, if anyone had any thoughts of Brisbane for a comeback. Leads now the biggest lead of the game, 44 points.
Wow.
The number matched there by Jake Lloyd for Sydney Swans. And Rich, a little low worm burner, only found Parker, though. The ball spilt in favour of McCarthy. Zorko couldn't use the ball properly, though. And Brisbane Lions give another silly free kick away.
Yep. This is those desperation.
It goes to Rowbottom.
Almost 50 there by Zorko. He's lucky.
So
another mark inside 50.
And it ball just goes there. The mark has been taken on this occasion by the Sydney Swans for Luke Parker. Kicked the captain's goal from the boundary a few moments ago. This one's a lot easier, 35 metres directly in front. And who ever thought in round one, when this fixture
was drawn up,
was finalised, you'd have the Sydney Swans potentially with a 50-point lead over Brisbane.
You want to know the marks inside 50 stat?
We'll in a moment, thanks to Safety Steel. We'll get this goal, though, first for Luke Parker. That's how confident I think he'll kick at the captain. And he has made no mistake. And sure enough, it is an even 50-point lead to the Sydney Swans. 19-9, 123 over the line. Stuck on 11-7, 73. 16 minutes gone, final term. And since half-time, they've kicked 11 goals to 3. The Sydney Swans. That's thanks to Tyre Power, massive Easter sale. Now some of those Safety Steel stats, Brent Staker.
Oh, this is a fascinating stat. The Brisbane Lions marks inside 50, and I know they haven't had it in there much this quarter, but they've only had the 3 marks for the game. Sydney have had 22 marks inside 50, but let's correlate that with their inside 50s. Brisbane, for the game, inside 50s, they've had 50. That's huge. And the Swans inside 50 have had 56. So they've had their chances, Brisbane. They've had 50 inside 50s for only 3 marks. And Sydney Swans have had 56 for 22 marks inside 50.
So from the centre bounce, Parker involved again. 2 goals in the final term. Gives it to Hickey. This will be some icing on the cake for the ex-Eagle. Be shepherded through. No, the ball still stays in play. Now the 100-gamer Papley swings around on the left boot, looking there for Reid. Still on top of the square there for Sydney. Another chance to put more misery on top of the Brisbane Lions here. In front of a good crowd in too. But it's not what the Lions supporters came here to see.
Definitely not.
To see the team trailed by 50 points. Hands on hips from Coach Chris Fagan on the sidelines.
Doesn't look good.
That's the boundary update for Spitwater High Pressure Cleaners. Are very dejected and disappointed Brisbane Lions coach. Of course, they lost their round 1 match last year to Hawthorn at the MCG. This is on home turf.
They did.
Roving off the pack. Swans couldn't get it clear. Still inside their attacking 50 though. Berry just tries to boot a ball clear, but there's no one home for them. On that occasion, Dawson. McCarthy couldn't trap the ball. We've had some rain in this 4th term, making things a bit slippery. And it's a high up and under again. No one home. Mark's taken by Hickey. What a way he'll be celebrating his new club. Beautiful kick over the top to Blakey, although his kick was smothered. Chance for Blakey to recover. Cameron's on his tail. All the Lions forwards you hope to see, they're all down the back line. But Cameron has laid a tackle, get a free kick, but it won't worry the Swans too much. As Cameron takes the free kick, it's not on the half-forward flank, on the inside 50. It's just outside defensive 50 there for Brisbane, who trail it by 50 points. 18 minutes gone, thanks to Tyre Power.
They're just doing these things right now. They're just getting the ball. They're not even thinking Brisbane. It's not going to reward them in any way possible going forward. So they've got to try and think their way through it. It's a little bit better, a bit clunky this one, but they're at least up near the 50.
So the ball now has been transferred to the Lions end of the ground. Was that deliberate? No. So just repeating around the grounds for Chemist Warehouse. Hawthorn have defeated Essendon by 1 point, 14-8-92. Essendon 13-13-91 at Marvel Stadium. Of course, earlier Melbourne defeating Fremantle at the MCG. And Adelaide, the big upset over the Geelong at the Adelaide Oval. And more to come out of that game will be discussed over the weekend, surely, on AFL Nation. As the ball now comes down to the forward line for Brisbane. Can they get a goal here? Fullerton didn't know where to go. Handball to Berry under pressure from Florent, though. And Florent's happy to rush it through. And just a minor score there for Brisbane.
Yep, another inside 50, but it was messy going forward for Brisbane. There was no real control, as you mentioned then. Fullerton not sure. Probably could have had a shot. But everything seems to be under pressure for Brisbane. There's no control. There's no easiness inside their forward 50, not even with Danaher, who hasn't been here, or he's just there now this quarter.
Sam Reid with the thump away. Ball outside 50 for Brisbane. Oh, McCarthy dropped the ball when he had possession. Still couldn't quite trap it as a ricochet, a couple of Swans' boots. Picked up there by Florent, kept the ball going forward. Now it's trapped by Starcevic. Starcevic sends the ball out wide for Brisbane. Zorko, Lockie Neal's got some space now. From outside 50 goes to a chip kick. There's a mark inside 50 there for you, Brent Staker.
Yeah, we got one.
That's McCluggage.
McCluggage, yeah. Look, they had the outnumber then. They had...
Well, it was a turnover to the centre of the ground. Good work by Starcevic, though, backing himself, got in front of his opponent.
Yep.
And started that counter-attack. But McCluggage, just a two-step approach, the run-up, and puts it over the goal umpire's head. A belated goal to the Brisbane Lions. 43 points now. Comfortable lead for Sydney, 12-8-80. The Swans 19-9, 123. 20.5 minutes gone, final term. Thanks to Tyre Power. Massive Easter sale. Tyre Power, your premiership favourite for Toyo Tyres. Scoreboard sponsor for the final term.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't really stop the bleeding. There's the official crowd, 22,762 here at the Gabba, round 1, 2021. Yeah, the goal like that doesn't stop the bleeding, but... and it was a goal from the turnover, and Lockie Neal thought his way through it and hit the right player up. But disappointing, isn't it, after half-time? The game was really in the balance for both teams at half-time, but Sydney have come out and gone whack, 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 and it's put Brisbane on the back foot. They haven't been able to fire a shot to get themselves remotely close. Mitch Robertson goes into the middle here to give a bit of grunt.
Haven't seen Hayden McLean. He's getting a bit of treatment at the moment, the big number 41 for Sydney on the sidelines. That injury moment there for Sudok's pain relief cream. Follow the directions for use as Sydney go inside their attacking 50 once again. Papley overran the ball. Picked up and a quick kick on that occasion by Josh Kennedy. Has that gone through without being touched? I think the umpire's going to call a score review here. So they're all getting involved in the play, including the veteran here. We're going to wait for a score review here from Josh Kennedy. I think the initial feeling is it might have been touched.
Gee, the Lions boys look confident it was touched.
As Daniel Rich has the ball in his hand. So I've got an official score review. Bringing that crowd tonight, 22,762. And it looks as though it is touched. But the pictures we're seeing, of course, aren't that clear. It's always hard to pick a touch football. But, of course, as I think it has been called touch, Brent Staker, our expert tonight for car sales, everything you ought to know, that it needs conclusive evidence to overturn. And I don't think at this stage there's conclusive evidence to overturn it and change it to a goal.
Definitely not.
There we go. All right, right for a change. Insufficient evidence. So it wasn't clear that it had cleared the Lions defender, but in the end it will be confirmed as a behind to Sydney. So 23.5 minutes gone. Daniel Rich to take the free kick. Or take the kick in. And he's going to favour the broadcast side. It's all red and white jumpers there, although Lyons made some space and Jared Lyons takes the mark. Goes inboard to the corridor. Mitch Robinson, who probably laid the Toro home ground advantage tackle of the day early in this game. But since then, Sydney Swans been up to them. Oh, coat hanger there. That's an illegal Toyo tackle, if you like, there by Dane Zorko. Free kick there to Kennedy. Advantage played, though, for Sydney. Now Rich is wrapped up in a tackle by Wicks. To Archie, and turn the Lions under pressure. And now Rich is under pressure. All got a knock to the head there too. And he's on all fours between wing and half forward. Gets up gingerly. Looks up the scoreboard. That'll be the Tyre Power scoreboard. Massive Easter sale. See his team trailing by 44 points. So I know they want to create the Gabatoir here, the Gabba Coliseum. But
they've sort of done it, but that's the thing. You've got to keep doing it year after year after year. There's another free kick here. That's a throw against Sydney on that occasion. But
against Kennedy, the free kick will go to the Lions. As I said, though, at the start of the game, Swans have a very good record here at the Gabba.
They do like playing up here, that's true.
And of the last 8 games they've won against the Brisbane Lions, 4 of them have been at the Gabba. Of course, the Lions have won the last 2 occasions. They stopped that streak of 8.
Yep.
But, of course, the last time they met it was at Kazali's in North Queensland during COVID.
Was too, yes.
So Birchall sends the ball down high. Flyers couldn't take the ball down. Now a chance for Zorko. Dribble kick. Wrong side of the post. Might have scored.
Gee, Joey Danaher lawn. You haven't seen that for a long time. Jeez,
Minor score there to Dane Zorko. And we're just going through almost the motions here. Still plenty of time left. We're coming to the 25-minute mark of the final term here at the Gabba. 19-10, 124 Sydney. Lines are 12-9, 81 thanks to tyre power. And the ball sent out to the outer side of the ground. And McLean might be back on, so he's recovered from that little treatment he received on the sidelines. To Sharp. His kick is found Hipwood. Contested mark, but it's not inside 50, it's outside 50. Now wheels around on that left boot. It's close to the goals. Oh, don't tell me Eric has put one through from outside 50. Yes, he has, Lions fans, but it's all a bit too late.
That's what he can do. That's what he can do, this man. I mean, it's as we said it before, it's a little bit of a knock on him for his goal kicking, but when he doesn't think about it and just swings around like that, it's so much easier. It's in front of the big sticks. I think he gets a bit nervous. Everyone here knows that he can sometimes miss those, as we call, sitters. But he does something like this and you just go, wow. Takes the mark just there. 5 metres outside 50, sees the goals and just goes bang. Didn't even look like missing.
And thanks to tyre power, massive Easter sale, the scoreboard. Brisbane Lions have actually outscored the Swans in this final term. They've kicked 3 goals 2 to 2 goals 4, but all too late. That damaging third quarter to Sydney when they piled on 9 goals to 2. Extraordinary third quarter football. They kicked goals from everywhere. And the margin now back to 37 points. 13-9, 87 Brisbane. Sydney Swans 19-10, 124. 26 minutes gone. Andrew Brown and Brent Staker here with you for AFL Nation. Another free kick here going to Sydney. And we'll have some of those safety steal stats, of course. We wrap this game up. Just coming up shortly.
That's right.
And the AFL Nation post-game review will be brought to you by Hard Yakka. And it's been plenty of hard yakka. Good yakka tonight we've seen from the Sydney Swans. The kick goes out to the outer side. Rampy at time to sort things out. Get a handball over to Blakey, who's having a couple of bounces on the wet, slippery turf here at the Gabba. Backs his confidence. Looking there for Wicks up against Rich. I reckon his boys pulled that in. Oh, the umpire said no. Top the goal square. Relieving kick from Calamarchi. Wants that boundary. He's only going to find
another mark inside 50.
Georgie Hewitt, is it?
Yep.
In game number 100, he'd have a goal in a milestone game too.
Well, they've told him to go for it, so sets himself here.
So
takes his 30 seconds.
George Hewitt will be the 10th individual goal kicker. What a great stat that would be for John Longmire tonight. Sets the ball close to the close to the goal line, rather. Touched off hands through for minor score.
You almost had that then, Tom Hickey. He felt like it went through the mitts. Almost had it.
So Rich now to bring the ball in, of course. Doesn't have to worry about the goal square. As we know, also in 2021, the player on the mark after a behind is pushed back a further 5 metres, 15 metres away from the goal square. As Braden Campbell. Might be some celebrations from these MEGT rookies tonight.
A bit unlucky there, Zorko.
Like a little corky there, Campbell. Didn't stop him kicking the ball away, but now he feels that left leg. He's had a few free kicks against him tonight, Dane Zorko, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's that cold aggression. Sometimes you can just go into that hot aggression where, you know, some free kicks. That was unlucky. The player landed across his legs and the umpire paid it against him. Could have gone any way.
Tom Hickey almost in slow motion, dropped the mark. Lackadaisically bent down to pick the ball up. Eventually they tried to recover through Rampy. Looking there for Logan McDonald doing battle with Harris Andrews. Caught behind that occasion. McClarkins picks the ball up for Brisbane. To Hipwood. Contested mark. No, dropped it. Slippery ball. Zorko picks the ball up. Handball straight to Hickey. Now he tackles him. Only back in the arms of Rampy. Little worm burner. Poor old Sam Reid to pick the ball up. That's below the knees. And the umpire said that was all right. Picked up by Jack Payne. Getting himself forward. Oh, slay out of the way there was Danaher. Will he get a free kick? No, and the crowd were begging for it.
That's a free kick every day of the week.
Well, you've played at both ends of the ground, Brent Staker. What would you think?
Oh, that's a free kick. You can't turn a play like that. That's an easy. Oh, when you hold front position like that, the only way you can move is if you've moved out of the way. So.
And the umpire was right there too, Lee Fisher.
And it was an undermanned. It was a Harry Cunningham, so he's.
And eventually the ball went through for a minor score.
Yeah, I'd be dirty on that one.
88 to 125. That's correct. AFL fans, if you're joining us late, It's the Brisbane Lions who are trailing. They're not in front. Sydney Swans, John Longmire's pulled off a masterstroke here at the Gabba tonight.
Hasn't he?
In front of 22,762 people here at the Gabba.
I don't know what he's given them before the game, but whatever's in that water.
Well, play the kids. Back their confidence.
The life and that Bloods culture.
Show me what you can do.
We talk about that Bloods culture, and it's been now going on for almost 15 years. We played against it at West Coast in Brisbane, and it just was relentless. And all of a sudden, they don't really dip down, Sydney. They just they resurge and relentless.
It's hurt the Swans, missing finals. And, are they on a return to the finals? Are these going to be one of the teams that are the vast improvers this year? If they can win here at the Gabba against the experience of the Brisbane Lions, what can they do at home? Got 11 games, of course, in Sydney this year, as we know. And in the end, the Lions looking for a consolation goal here. And Dane Zorko trying to rush things along, doesn't take the full 30 seconds. 45 out, 45-degree angle. I think he's put one through. So after a rough night for the Lions skipper, he did win the toss tonight.
He did.
Yes. That's the only thing he's won. Hasn't won the free kick count personally, but he gets a goal.
Give it away.
Late in junk time. Barges back to 31 points, 31 minutes gone in the final term. Thanks to Tyre Power. Massive Easter sale. And the scoreboard shows the Swans in front by 31 points.
Yep. Bit of thinking to do after this game. Admittedly, it's only round one for these boys. Another long quarter here, 31 minutes gone. But, everyone wants to start their season with a good win no matter what. And Sydney's is going to be a good win. Brisbane, probably under-delivered. They've got some stars in this team. Just haven't been able to fire the shots when needed. But,
of course, no Cam Rayner. But, look, they did lose round one, as we said last year. We saw what happened after that. But that was different. Well, the circumstances, where they had the playground, shorter quarters.
Oh, they'll be dirty on themselves for tonight. For
As a wild kick there from Mitch Robinson. Kicks towards the runner and the trainers here on the broadcast side. But that is the final siren. And Sydney Swans fans, I'm going to call them the young Cygnets, have caused a boil over here at the Gabba on the Saturday night against one of the premiership favourites, the premiership finalists. The finalists for the last 2 years, the Brisbane Lions. Sydney Swans 19-11, 125. And the Brisbane Lions 14-10-94, thanks to Tyre Power, massive Easter sale, 31-point victory to the Sydney Swans. You'll hear the song in a moment, but for those who are about to leave the broadcast here on AFL Nation, we say farewell. You've been listening to AFL Nation's coverage of Brisbane versus Sydney at the Gabba, and it's great to have your company. And we'll have a special guest too, Swans fans, post-match, with the young debutant Errol Goulder will be joining us. And we'll now say farewell to our listening audience for those who are leaving us now. Here's the Sydney Swans theme song. So they have won at the Gabba, the Brisbane, the Sydney Swans, causing an upset, the second upset for the day, except for those fans who follow their respective teams, of course. Adelaide Crows defeating Geelong earlier in the day. And now the Sydney Swans is probably the margin and the way they played that third quarter that really took everyone by surprise, probably except their coach, perhaps. 19-11, 125, the final score for Sydney, and the Brisbane Lions 14-10-94, that last quarter going for 31 minutes and 47 seconds. So we're about to start our post-game review here on AFL Nation for Hard Yakka, for a new breed of legends at Beaumont Tiles, Australia's best. And repeating that full-time score there for Mate, award-winning Aussie service mobile plans from $20, 19-11, 125, and the Brisbane Lions disappointing 14-10-94. As I said, last year, Sydney Swans, their highest score was 74 points. I don't know, I've got longer quarters, extended quarters. The new rules this year, that's what the AFL wanted to see. We've got 33 goals here tonight on a Saturday night. Ended up being a wet Saturday night here at the Gabba. There, Brent Staker, and you've now got the safety steal stats wrap.
Oh, just to go through some of the team stats, I mean, you look at the contested possessions, it was in favour of Sydney, so 138 to 147. This one was telling. Uncontested possessions, which I banged on a little bit tonight, 156 to 208 in favour of Sydney. The inside, marks inside 50, 23 for Sydney, 5 for Brisbane. That's not good enough. Tackles inside 50 was pretty much even. Inside 50s, 59 to 57. So, look, hard to go against those stats, Andrew, but the marks inside 50, we spoke about this a fair bit tonight, but the way that Sydney went inside 50 was far too good, and Brisbane squandered those opportunities. Just the players, looking at those quick stats there, Mills finished with 29 for Sydney, and then it was Lloyd and Hickey after him. Brisbane, you had Lyons, Neal and Rich ran at your top three stats getters there.
Safety steal stats wrap there for safety steal over 50 years and still going strong. And just going through those goal kickers as well for you. For Sydney, Heaney, McDonald, Goulden with 3 goals apiece. 2 goals to Sam Reid, and also Callum Mills and Luke Parker, both those captain's goals from Luke Parker in the final term. Sam Wicks, in just his 8th game, kicked 2 goals as well. Almost doubled his tally. He's gone from 3 career goals now to 5. And Tom Papley in his 100th game, kicking 1 goal as well. And also Nick Blakey, and that is it as far as the Swans are concerned. And for the Brisbane Lions, 3 goals to Zach Bailey. 2 of those goals, of course, in the first 2 minutes of the game there in the first term, when the Lions kicked the first 3 goals of the game, and after that, the Swans obviously drew there or got back into the game. Joe Danaher with 2 for his new club, along with Lincoln McCarthy, also 2 goals. Zorko, Coleman, Oscar McInerney, Hugh McCluggage, Jared Berry, Jared Lyons, Eric Hipwood, all 1 goal apiece. And does say here that Caden Coleman did go off the ground there with an injury there for Sudoc's Pain Relief Cream. Follow the directions for you. So Caden Coleman, an injury there for the Brisbane Lions. We'll chase that up. Well, we mentioned a couple of the goal kickers there for the Sydney Swans in Errol Golden and also Logan McDonald. And, well, who's going to be your MEGT Rookie of the Day, your local apprenticeship experts?
Look, it's it's a no-brainer for me, but it does go to Errol Golden. So, had an outstanding game. He had the 19 disposals. This kid had 10 marks. He had 3 goals, 1. He only had the 1 tackle, but he didn't need to lay a tackle. He was doing everything else right. So he gets my nomination for MEG Rookie of the Day today. And hopefully from hearing from the young Swan very shortly, MEGT, supporting employees and apprentices for over 40 years. Now, there were 33 goals kicked. Which one do you think is the goal of the game for instant windscreens? I've got one, and it's going to the Swans captain late in the 4th quarter. It goes to Parker. On that far side from 50, he went back composed, took his 30 seconds, and to kick that goal, that was a backbreaker, a dead set nail in the coffin, that one there. So Parker gets the vote for that. I thought it might have been Sam Wicks at the end of that 3rd quarter with their run. It was a good goal. No, but it goes to Luke Power there for goal of the game, thanks to instant windscreens. Broken windscreen? Call instant windscreens. 132-444. Say that again. 132-444. Call instant windscreens. Now, what about your tackler of the game for Toro? Well, it goes to a guy that we thought was out of the games, but James Rowbottom. He finished the day with 8 tackles. Mitch Robinson gets a special mention with his 1 tackle on the far side, which was a ripper. He finished the day with 5, Mitch Robinson, but definitely James Rowbottom there wins that with 8 tackles for the day. Good effort. For Toro, for the home ground advantage, count on Toro. Now the Bendix Brakes big moments. Confident stopping, Bendix Brakes. Look, there's only one big moment today, and that is the 3rd quarter for the Sydney Swans. They come out after the halftime break and went whack, 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 and they caught Brisbane napping. They piled on, I think it was 8 goals in that 3rd quarter. They were smart going forward. They were composed. They just kept winning the footy across the middle of the ground and obviously making Brisbane hurt going forward, marking inside 50. So there's no doubt that 3rd quarter there was the game breaker. That's the big moment today, Bendix Brakes. for the Sydney Swans.
Yes, 9 goals to 2 in that third quarter. All leading goal kickers got amongst the goals there. Really turned the game on its head there in that third quarter for the Sydney Swans. They're kicking towards their cheer squad as well at that small scoreboard end in that third term. So that was the from Brent Staker there. The Bendix breaks big moment. Confident stopping Bendix breaks. Now, what about the sustained performer for Host Plus? We go with you.
Yeah, I've got a good one here. This one, he basically almost Brisbane's best player tonight, but it goes to Jared Lyons. He was the sustained performer for sure. 28 disposals. He had the goal. He was a workhorse in there all night for the Lions. 3 marks, 2 tackles. Good game by him. He's a player, like you said. Can't believe the Suns got rid of him. He's forged another career here at the home of the Den. Doing a great job and started his season really well.
And for Host Plus, official superannuation partner of the AFL, sustained performer there, Jared Lyons. For Host Plus, we go with you. What about the unmissable moments for Drinkwise?
The number one for me is Joey Danaher. That was the unmissable moment. We all wanted to see if Joey Danaher would kick a goal tonight, and he did in true fashion in that first quarter. He got his player one out, turned him, rolled onto his left. As we said, it was the most awkward looking, the way the ball came off his foot, that snap, but he went through, kicked the goal. And that's the unmissable moment in tonight's game. There were some other highlights, some other great goals, some other important passages of play to see these debutants come out there on both teams. There's 4 debutants tonight. I don't know if that's been in one AFL game in some time, but 1 for Brisbane, 3 for Sydney. So that was an unmissable moment.
Well, speaking of debutants, and this is our MEGT Rookie of the Day, your local apprenticeship experts. Let's speak to the young man from Sydney. Just blazed the trail on the Gabba tonight, kicking 3 goals with his fellow debutant Logan McDonald. I'm talking about Errol Goulden. He joins us now on AFL Nation with Andrew Brown and Brent Staker. Errol, congratulations. Look, what a win for the club first up here at the Gabba on this Saturday night.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Yeah, unreal. I think, long pre-season, and when you finally get to play, it's just so much fun. So, yeah, I'm absolutely wrapped.
What's the feeling like there in the rooms?
Everyone's super pumped, and we're all just so happy, and had the Gatorade show as well. So that was good fun. So now everyone's up and about.
It would have been a bit crowded in the middle, wouldn't there? The 3 first-year players, of course. Tom Hickey coming across from West Coast Eagles.
Yeah, also Chad Warner's first win at the club. He played a couple of games last year, but his first win too. So we had too many huddles going on there.
And what was the message from John Longmire heading into tonight's game? Obviously, while you were in Sydney before you came up to Brisbane, what was the main message, the main theme from the coach throughout the week?
I think probably all pre-season as well. The main theme's just been to compete. Every session, everyone wants to get better, and when we come around to games, it's just competing because we can do all the structures and stuff. But end of the day, if we win our 50-50s, it's going to help us a lot. So just to compete.
Hey, Errol, it's Brent Staker here, mate. How you going?
Not too bad, thanks.
I just need to clarify your last name. Can you please tell us how to say it? I just want to know for sure.
Goulden. Errol Goulden.
It is Goulden. We were trying hard.
Mate, that's good. Congratulations on a debut, mate. And just your build-up to the game yourself. Did you get overawed with the moment before the game? Did you go into the game pretty composed? How do you go about your footy?
No, I was pretty nervous before the game, but there's obviously a lot of senior heads, Dan Rampy, Josh Kennedy, Luke Parker, and the boys like that, they really helped me settle and, just reassured me that I'd had a good pre-season. And, I think more so just worrying about my role in the team really helped me stay calm and, just play my role. I think that helped me stay calm in the moment. So.
Yeah, nice one, mate. And look, last question from me. Who's the one player that you just really model yourself on there at the Swans?
It's got to be Paps for sure. I think he's taken me under his wing, and he'll admit that I annoy him a fair bit, trying to watch vision with him all the time and asking questions. But I think he's the best small forward in the game, and I don't have a better role model than him.
And you're celebrating, of course, a milestone for both Pat Lee and also George Hewitt tonight, 100 games each.
Yeah, so glad to get the win for them. And George and Pat's had their families in before the rooms and in the rooms before the game, so that was good as well.
Now, we've got any texts from the family yet? We know what an influence your mum has been throughout raising you up and bringing you on. And what about older brother Adam? Any texts there from the family?
I haven't checked my phone yet, but they were up here and
I'm sure they won't be far away.
So. Yeah, no, they were nice and close. So I'll get to see them afterwards, hopefully.
And do you think the Eastern Suburbs Bulldogs will be a pretty happy club tonight, watching your performance?
Yeah, well, there's a few of us out there from UNSW. So there's me, Ramps, and Nick Blakey as well. All came through from UNSW. So, yeah, great club.
Not going to forget your sister Senna either.
No, I can't forget her. She's playing there too. So,